Now we're live.
Oh, okay. Can they hear us?
Especially if I don't hit the wrong button anymore. Yeah, they can hear us. They can see that we're looking at pictures. They can see
we're
that
talking about Ninja Turtles.
They can see that we've got that
the nunchucks.
The nunchucks cut. I cut nunchucks out of PVC pipe, but no, they can't hear us talk about Ninja Turtles at all.
Okay.
Which you know, if you want to talk about Ninja Turtles, I'm sure they'll all chime in and let us know exactly how we're wrong or exactly how. Yeah, that's right. But apparently, Eastman and Laird, when they created the Ninja Turtles, took into account the idea of turtle type versus weapons type. So when Splinter gave all the weapons to the individual turtles when they got of age, Felicia was telling me that Splinter gave them the weapons according to their personality, and the most lethal was given to the pacifist and so forth, in order to keep the team balanced.
Well, to help them understand both sides of their ego, because, you know, the nunchucks, you have to have control.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just thought it was interesting. Don't know enough to talk about it live. That's why I was getting nervous.
Oh, sorry.
But I just thought it was interesting, the theory that I heard, that their weapon choices.
Here's the spot, Felicia. Welcome to it. Tell us about turtles. Sorry.
Anyways, we're making nunchucks today. No, we're not. But I think nunchucks are cool.
I just really enjoy the trivia idea that the same ooze that created the turtles is what hit Matt Murdock in the head and gave him his powers to be Daredevil. So, in theory, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics takes place in the same universe as Marvel's comics Daredevil. That's why there's ninjas everywhere, because there was ninjas everywhere in Daredevil. And, it was the same, because it was on the street, he got hit with some sort of chemical or something that caused him to go blind and heighten his other senses, not sentences. He wasn't an English major. And
you got some extra long paragraphs in there.
Right. It gave his colon superpowers.
Don't worry, we're just live making fools of ourselves.
New Marvel superhero, the colon, versus his anti-hero and his arch nemesis,
period.
The semicolon, and their sidekick, the period.
I'd be more afraid of the period.
Yeah, I'd be more afraid of the period.
Anyways. So, you were saying something.
Yeah, well, just that their idea, that their comic universe, that the Turtles got their same superpowers from the same flask of goo that gave Daredevil his superpowers, supposedly.
Yeah.
At least, that was part of the inspiration.
Interesting. Because they didn't turn into any mutant, senses versus giant turtles.
Right.
Sorry, I just saw She-Hulk yesterday.
I need to watch that yet.
The first episode, I loved it.
Oh, yeah? I
was running upstairs to go drop something off, and I was like, up the stairs.
Watching the TV still?
I never put the thing away. Anyways.
Okay, that's cool.
I did enjoy it, but the fact that she now caught the whole...
Right. I mean, it was always a blood transfusion of sorts in the comics.
Yeah, I don't want to do any spoilers, but
okay.
it was like, oh, it's the same kind of, I have the same superpowers, but...
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it how he, all this, progress that the Hulk had made over years and years, 15 years. She's like, that's just me being harassed at the gas station.
Right.
I have to keep my
awesome.
cool. I'm like, girl, I understand you.
Okay, that's awesome.
So I really, really liked that one. I only saw the first bit, but I didn't see past that, but... just thinking of how superheroes get their superpowers. Because, can I find the right spider?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's a spider bite. It's okay. I'll have a superpower soon.
I have superpowers. And my superpower is necrosis. Oh, the other Daredevil thing, I think, is... doesn't Daredevil get his... He is... The guy that teaches Daredevil all of his martial arts is named Stick. And that's why Splinter's named Splinter. If I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, when the rat gave the stick to that.
Gave the bow to Donatello.
He's the most tech savvy
of
all the Ninja Turtles. And what does he give the most tech savvy of the Ninja Turtles?
A stick.
A stick.
Okay.
Utilize your weapon. The basics. Go back to basics. Here's a stick. I just thought it was really interesting that all of their kind of weapons are just what they're not their weaknesses, but
is the antithesis of their strengths.
There you go.
Okay.
I just thought it was interesting. Let's give the most tech savvy guy a stick.
Okay, cool.
So Splinter,
right? But then, yeah, Stick trained Daredevil, so Splinter trained the Turtles. Yeah.
What a small little universe that's made up.
Right.
Well, what are people saying? They're
probably correcting us. Hello, yay Monday stream. Will Connors, hello there. Hello Odin, welcome back Felicia. Raphael's the best turtle, according to Cheeseaholic. That sounds so wise, Felicia, with the squinty face. I'm sure it's about something you said that was quite wise. And now we're getting our arguments going where Jerry Can says no cheese, it's Michelangelo. Dan Does Junk says Donatello is my favorite. Dan Does Junk was at the con all day yesterday. It was very cool. Adaptable Gamers, who was also at the con all day yesterday. Hello, long time no see. Oh, it's been forever. 15 hours? No, not even that.
It's countable.
No, about that. Also, Daredevil fought the Hand, and the Turtles fought the Foot Clan. That's right. I forgot that part.
Got
Yep.
the hand, the foot.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? Like, it's been a couple weeks.
It's been a couple weeks.
Did you make any progress while I was
Yes, we
gone?
did something really exciting last week.
I heard it was really spicy of an episode.
Spicy. Lee came by and said hi and brought some spicy cheese balls. Did you want a spicy cheese ball?
I'm good.
Did you want to smell the spicy cheese balls?
I don't particularly want to
that's
smell the
fine.
spicy cheese balls.
What was the other thing that was awesome? I mean, Lee brought a bunch of really fun stuff. He also finally brought the first round of the one chip challenge, right? So there's a current one that I still see in convenience stores, but this is the first time, and I'm salivating now that I'm talking about it. So I finally got to eat one. Once again, I get reminded about how I have gotten my mouth to not react as much to spicy.
So you killed all your taste buds already?
Yeah, I've killed all my taste buds already, or I've killed some of the sensations for hot stuff. And like what I had the same reaction Lee did, where you inhale too sharply and hits the back of the throat. No, now you're hosed. About an hour after stream, okay, even before the stream stopped, but about an hour after stream, so before the stream stopped, my voice was shaking a little bit. I had hand shaking, right? Things are going on because my body's reacting to the heat that I don't feel in my mouth anymore, right?
That's why I don't really particularly like spicy, because it's spicy in, it's spicy out.
Well, it wasn't spicy out.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah, there was for all of you at home who are watching this in the future and aren't part of the Odin Makes Discord group, there was the rectum report on Discord that particular day, and there was nothing notable to report.
No bleeding.
No bleeding, no fire, no Taco Bell, no. You know that meme where.
Sorry, I was thinking South Park. Anyways,
there's that video where they got a dam washout or something, so it's this huge pipe that's just been packed full of mud for years.
Yeah.
And they finally get that going, and everyone says, "Oh, that's me eating Taco Bell." No, that didn't happen.
We are not above potty humor here.
No, I live in potty humor. It's the
shit.
Yeah. My guts were churning. It was great. About an hour after stream or so, it's like, wow, I really need to have lunch because it would come in waves. It was like, nope, don't want to vomit.
Body's processing the
poison.
poison.
I was like, wow, yeah, that's hot, and I can feel it. Okay, it's subsiding again. All right, nope, need to eat. Anyway, once I ate, it was all fine. But and what did we eat? Burritos, because I like spicy food. So
well, honestly, the things in the burrito do help. With the spice factor, you got the flour tortilla, the beans,
the rice, and the mahi. Because I had fish burritos. But yeah.
Yeah, something to help with.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
Yeah. So I've had the one chip challenge. Yesterday at Lodi Con, we were right next to Adaptable Gamers Incorporated again. Yeah. So it was right next to Mariah, and so horrible because I keep forgetting the other fellow's name. It's really, I'm really bad. I'm very sorry. And then Dan Does Junk came by as well. He showed up like almost immediately with a Starscream helmet he threw together over the week. It's like, wow, Dan, that's awesome. All of them were talking about, what are we going to play the one chip challenge? So Lee, if you're watching in the future, you've still got 3 other people, 2 of which don't like spicy things but still want to play along. Maybe you'd like to moderate.
Yeah, spicy chips are
spicy anything isn't really your thing.
No, it's not. I will burst into a flame and disappear. That's what will happen.
Right.
I will, and then I'll be gone. Just cinders.
But yeah, I would totally eat another one. Even if, actually, what I would be interested in doing is buying the new one because this was dyed black. There was so much food coloring on this single chip. It was dyed solid black.
So you're.
In theory, I didn't.
Sorry, I was just.
Yeah, I guess.
That's why I'm afraid of blue talkies because I'm afraid that it's gonna come out blue.
So out of everybody in the room, I'm probably the only one that could eat most of a bag of Oreos in a single sitting. And yeah, that amount of food coloring does change things. But
I can eat a bag of Oreos in one sitting. Like,
okay.
It's not spicy.
No, they're not spicy. It's just a bulk. The new one's blue and apparently turns your tongue blue. And Lee was saying he doesn't like the flavor because the amount of food coloring alters the flavor. I would do the blue one, and you guys can do the black one. That way, I'm eating something new.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna have to do that at some point soon-ish.
I agree with the food coloring. It does change the flavors.
Yeah, it does.
Like red food coloring, I feel like is the worst. I hate red frosting. My mom did wedding cakes and she would refuse to do red frosting. Because
red frosting would change?
Like for the main color. She would do it for details, like for flowers and like roses and stuff. Mm-hmm. But for the main frosting itself, she thought it looked too clowny.
A little.
And then also she's like, the amount of red I have to put in the frosting to get it the right shade just tastes awful. And my frosting tastes good. So I can't do red frosting.
Okay.
For covering the cake, but she would do
roses,
accents. Flowers, and things like that. And I think red food coloring is beetles, anyways, or the little beetles that you get off cactuses, the tiny little bugs.
Yeah, the cardamom or whatever it is.
They look like
probably
white,
is.
They look like mold or on the. Anyways.
It's whatever is now passed and okay to use because red dye number 5 was not okay in the 70s.
Yeah, but
that's no.
Red, pink frosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but. You are what you eat.
Yeah.
My friend's mom drank carrot juice like religiously, like the giant ones from like she would send us out to go get a giant
thing of carrot juice
from Shamba Juice. She turned orange.
She turned orange.
She turned orange, like on the Magic School Bus when the Ralphie or whichever one turns orange. It's true. It's crazy because it was like, okay, fine. She's on a health kick. It's fun. Let's go to Jamba Juice and get your mom a thing and get her little treats. She turned orange, and I was like, oh my gosh, it really happens in real life.
That's a lot of... Which vitamin is that? That's a lot.
She has a lot of carotene. Yeah,
carotene. Yeah, exactly. Welcome back, Felicia. Bought the hand, that's where we were. Shells of Visions going Team Mike. And Mickey Rat's got Michelangelo. Okay, somebody who's in chat who can actually scroll and keep track of this. Let's get a tally going really quick for who's the best turtle, and we'll let chat decide who's the best turtle, and then we got to figure out some. I guess we'll all say, "Yay! So and so is the best turtle," as voted by the Odin Makes chat.
That. Yep. Let's see which Ninja Turtle we like, and I will make their mask.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
It's just a face mask. The whole turtle head is more interesting than the mask.
But you make one that fits a turtle.
I've done that before.
There were Lego Ninja Turtles at one point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
No, it's like the Ninja Turtles been one of those things at the costume shop. We had good ones. But then they got rented and not returned.
Yep.
Which makes me sad in my heart. And so then we had really crappy Ninja Turtles.
That came back, because who wants these?
They had glitter eyelashes. It was a turtle costume that somebody turned into a ninja. Anyways, it was awful.
Because there was the glitter ones from when they did the Rock Band tour thing. Like, shortly after the movie, the secondary set came out that wasn't Henson made, that was covered in glitter.
That might explain it, but there was just a turtle costume. It had eyelashes, and it made no sense.
Right.
Okay, so it was...
It could have been an actual turtle, but it was from, like, this Rock Band Turtles Live thing that just watching the commercial was cringy.
Yeah. So then we ended up making new Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
And I liked how those ones turned out. But then I also wanted to make a really good turtle shell, but I didn't want to make it for a costume. I wanted to make it for... This was way back in high school. I wanted it to be not a backpack, but I took a hoodie and I turned it into a Ninja Turtle, so a green hoodie, and then I took a little kid's costume from just one of those package costumes from the thrift store, and I sewed the front piece onto the sweatshirt.
Onto the front of the sweatshirt. Okay.
And then I took the turtle back piece, and instead of it was like a shaped foam piece. Mm-hmm. I lined it, like glued fabric to the lining, and then I sewed around the edge because you could sew that foam.
Yeah.
And I made a pouch with a zipper for a backpack that was removable from the hoodie.
It was removable from the hoodie. Okay.
Yeah, because I just wanted it to be a Ninja Turtle.
Sure.
And I wanted a hoodie so I could just be one for every day, not just like dressing up, just for fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, I like Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
I don't know why we're on Ninja Turtle cook, other than I'm thinking nunchucks.
You saw nunchucks because we got the pipes finally cut like 2 minutes before stream, and
Yeah.
any white flicks you see, that's PVC sawdust from me cutting with my Ryobi battery-operated chop saw, brought to you thankfully by Ryobi.
I'm jealous. That one's really nice.
Yeah.
And it's portable. You're like, oh, let me just bring it over
And I'm done.
here.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was talking at the beginning recently, sending me more tools, so excited. We'll show those off when they show up. I think the table saw is finally coming. Mm-hmm. Which finally sounds, bad, but they always ask me if there's any tools I want to ask for. This is me trying to justify saying finally, because that's a very negative thing to say, but it's not.
It's just a little level up.
Well, because the table saw was a corded table saw that I was asking for. Because of bigger capacity and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working with the battery department, right? Not the corded tools. So they needed to talk to the corded tools and make sure everything would be okay to send me one, because that's not the right promotion. It's
different marketing teams. And
yeah.
Makes complete sense because they're different demographics. Anyways,
exactly.
But there's a specific reason you want a corded tool versus a battery operated tool.
Right.
Sorry, it makes sense to me.
And they finally talked to each other and said yes. So excited. And that's why. So thank you very much, Ryobi, for sending me tools. I really appreciate it. They're around. I don't know how much you can see, but yeah.
All those pops of green in the back.
Yep, all the pops of green.
Except for those scissors. Those aren't Ryobi.
No.
But generally, all the pops of green in the back.
Yeah, Dan does junk. We got to plan out when we're going to do the challenge. We're going to need to set up a thing in Discord where everyone can actually talk about how this challenge is going to happen, when it's going to happen, and where it's going to... Well, it'll probably happen here so we can live stream it, but...
I'll watch y'all sweat, but... Nope.
Oh, it was great. Lee brought me ice cream. And I actually forgot about it, so I still have half a pint of ice cream I can eat. Because I didn't eat much more once...
Feel better or worse?
It helped.
Okay.
It helped.
I know it's cooling, and I know the cream is better for the oils to help.
The milk is better for the oils, and if I ate more of the ice cream, it probably would have helped my guts later. But I was like, I'm not a small guy. I don't need to eat a whole thing of ice cream. I should go eat something healthy. Yeah.
Honestly, to some people, eating a bowl of ice cream is not an unhealthy breakfast. But to other people, I read a paper that was explaining how eating a bowl of rice is not very healthy for some people, but it's very healthy for others, where eating a bowl of ice cream is healthy for some people and not for others, depending on how well you can digest one or the
what's going on. Okay.
other. I'm on the milk drinker side.
Fair enough.
Milk is a very good, it makes me feel better.
Uh-huh.
I do not feel guilty eating a bowl of ice cream for breakfast. I will eat a roll of rice too. I add milk to it. But it's just the whole myth of what's healthy and unhealthy. I'm like, bowl of ice cream, healthy in my book.
Okay.
I have weird... Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't judge food that much.
That's good.
Yes.
Mickey Rat says, I remember when red M&Ms were temporarily discontinued in the 70s. Yes, that was a red dye number 5. I don't remember when they were discontinued, but I remember the fallout and hearing about it. That TMI. So... red M&Ms, 70s. You're giving your kid M&Ms, right? And they're eating all sorts of M&Ms. The red dye ended up just going through the kids. And so moms were freaking out because comes red dye out the back end of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's red in the stool, it's a big issue. You go and talk to your doctor.
So bright red. Yeah. So yeah, red dye number 5 is not around anymore because of that. And then there was... I think it was similar issues with blue, maybe, or because there was a big deal when they brought out the blue M&M, but that may just be because red finally came back, and now red's the spokesman for M&Ms.
It's interesting how dangerous colors are. Green, arsenic, pink, just killed you, or the pretty green dress that you're wearing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta be careful. It's pretty though.
Shady's here. Lost track of time. Shady, we've got a box of stuff that we packed up over the last couple of days. They'll be making it off to the post because everyone, Shady, bought the Minecraft pickaxe off of Etsy. And I've been saving a few other scraps of things here and there for months.
Bits and bobs.
And yeah, so Shady, you're getting a big old care package of stuff. Mickey Rat says he'd be in absolute misery that his guts would kill him after eating that chip. Shady likes the female turtle.
I was a fan of April, but she was not a turtle.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what Shady means, sort of, but yeah. Zombie Kid, I like Twiddles.
I like Tweedles.
Jerry Can Cosplay is asking, hey Odin, what props are you missing from when that box went bye-bye? I was telling him about one of the cons I did.
Oh, yeah.
I got an open truck and I lost stuff out of the back. I think
I
what I ended up
remember that
losing
happening.
was the Thanos helmet, one of the Bakugo grenades. I've got both gloves, but I'm missing one of the grenades. This was shortly after I got finished with, and it really bothered me, the Maleficent helmet, the Maleficent horns, the Wakanda, Captain America's Wakanda shields, both of them, and something else I can't remember, so obviously that one didn't bother me nearly as much. So, yeah, there were 5 things, and I can remember 4. Oh, okay. Mickey Rat saying there wasn't actually anything wrong with Red Dye 5. They just pulled it reformulated. So maybe it wasn't Red Dye. It was a different Red Dye that was causing the problem, but panic.
Hysteria.
Yep. Mariah is talking about ice cream in emojis. Says, alrighty. There was a series of turtles where there was a she-turtle. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool. I never
I didn't know that.
wasn't exposed to
Was
it.
that one of the comics? Or was that in the show? I mean, it doesn't matter. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, while Lee was here, we talked about Muppets, and we talked about... here I am catching up Felicia, but when she was gone, instead of the other way around, Ron was catching everyone up. Why she's gone. Anyway, I got a couple pieces made for the Neutrino one. Lee is in process of ordering a couple more replica puppets. It is actually a pair. He was not saying who they were on stream, so I'm going to honor that. And I'm sorry, guys, not saying who they were on, who they're going to be on stream. But
I heard they were very judgmental puppets.
they are very judgmental puppets, and they will be showing up, whenever they come in. Yeah, super
I'm
excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, yeah, the fact that they're as authentic as they can be, because the person who's making them used to work for the Ensign Group, so yeah.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah, pretty much. Very excited about that. And then he gave me a whole bunch of Muppet Legos. So I've got like most of the Muppet Lego guys now.
That's awesome. Oh, he has a little beaker. Beaker has a beaker.
Yep, Beaker is a Beaker. And Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and the Swedish Chef.
Oh, I like the little whisks.
The whisks, yeah. So Kermit and Piggy are the ones you gave me that are in the bag. He just gave me the other ones he knew I didn't have that he had duplicates of.
I like that she has a magazine. Miss Piggy's my favorite. I'm a huge Miss Piggy fan. I've been a Miss Piggy fan since I was
You can open the bag if you want.
Bibby. Like my
Bibby?
first
Okay.
stuffed animal was a Miss Piggy.
Oh, cool.
And I still have that Miss Piggy.
Oh, you still have that, Miss Piggy?
Oh yeah, no, I'm a
nice.
huge Miss Piggy fan.
Yeah, nice.
Like huge Miss Piggy fan. Maybe I should be her for Halloween. Anyways.
That's a thought.
I like the Miss Piggy. She's a cute dress. Yeah. Mhm. She's just like I think she's better than Barbie. Shh, don't tell.
I'm a piggy girl in a piggy world. Swine is magic. It's fantastic. You can do my hair. I karate chop everywhere. Anyway, yeah. So I'm missing Gonzo and Fozzie Bear. I think that's it.
Those ones, Gonzo seems difficult.
Yeah.
Fozzie Bear feels like that's one of the ones that gets
Overlooked possibly.
overlooked often.
And Gonzo comes with a little Lego chicken with eyelashes for Henrietta.
I was gonna say, does he get a cape and a hood? I mean, a helmet.
No, he doesn't have that. It's just I think he's just
Has
him,
a
but
chicken.
he's got Henrietta. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Very
His
cool.
little friend he's always hanging out with.
Schultz Division says the female turtle was live action and it was pretty bad, but the suit was nice. Was this the newest movie? The one with the noses?
I know I haven't
hope
watched
not.
any of the modern.
Oh, that is
Ninja
Michael
Turtles.
Bay's Ninja Turtles. As soon as it came out, I went, yeah, nope.
I think I noped out of the last
Yeah.
two Ninja Turtle movies.
I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2,
Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze, that was fun. It was bad, but it was fun.
Like, in the same kind of Mario bad, you know,
Yeah.
movie bad. I don't mind it, but then there was a point where I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, so, yeah, the new one, I was like, no. No, I don't like the designs. Who approved these designs? We'll just blame Mr. Bay.
Right, come on, let's take a note from Sonic. Let's rework it before we release it.
Right.
I'm glad they did that.
Yes.
Because I enjoyed that movie.
And then he makes an appearance in the Chip and Dale movie. It's fantastic.
I like Sonic, and I like that they redid him.
Yes, ugly Sonic.
So we did all that, apparently.
Yes, we did.
So I don't know 100% where we're at and what we're doing.
Oh, that's fine. We can talk about where we're at, what we're doing. I should grab something to put to scratch up the
PVC pipes? Because that's what we're going to be working on next?
I think it is. There was this issue. That was loud. There was an issue me working with Lee with what am I going to make next because I didn't have any of the PVC pipes cut, and so now that the PVC pipes are cut, we can continue on with some of those things.
Okay.
But
Those are all the nuts and bolts, but we're putting those in after.
yeah, we need to paint them first. But yeah, no, it was the con was great fun. Lodi was a lot of fun because got all set up and did the con right next to Adaptable Gamers, next to Zombie Prevention Company, and just and Dan showed up and just hung out and had fun, and yeah.
Another fun con. Is this the last one of the season?
Probably.
So is your con season over?
God, I hope so.
Back to making videos so people
Yes.
aren't going like, hey Odin, when's your next video coming out?
Right. I enjoy cons a lot, but I've done 5 now in the past 2 months, and yeah.
It takes a lot of effort.
Oh, it
and
does.
energy,
Yeah.
and you don't realize this.
No, I finished unloading the truck this morning. I didn't have the strength to do it last night. I was just. Even at the con, I was very low energy Odin the whole time.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and it's a 1-day con, and those were a lot of work. You know, if you actually go crazy and take all the grid wall and everything else that I take, right, to do a 1-day con where you're also not selling anything on the con floor, so I'm not making any money directly by going to a con. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
know.
it's exhausting. I will be going to, well, I need to confirm, but there is a plan currently to go to the Santa Clara Public Library Mini Comic Con on the 22nd.
Oh, nice.
But they only want Mechagodzilla and maybe a couple of other things. So it's pretty much show up to the library, set up Mechagodzilla, talk about things, put them on and make them move around for photo ops and whatever else, and then
Kids
that's
would
it.
love that.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to it, and they are paying double travel expenses, which is really kind of cool. Yeah. So, yeah.
So not the end of con season.
Not till the end of con season, and it's a library
It's
thing,
just
which
kind of
makes me
trailing
excited.
off, which is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like libraries. I fully support them.
Fully.
Yeah.
Fully. And
I want them to be more. I want them to expand past books.
Yes.
Yes, I think books is a good start, but I feel like public libraries offering other things, like power tools, would be awesome.
Library of things. Some do.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I fully support this. I remember one of the libraries was trying to get cake pans.
Yeah.
Because my mom has a huge collection of cake pans from the 90s to all
Right.
those.
All the characters and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a Ninja Turtle one too. But yeah, all those cake pans, but they take a lot of storage space, and I'm like, it would make so much sense. Can I just rent a cake pan, use it, and bring it back?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so much waste.
I swear we've talked about this before to the point that I thought somebody had cake pans in the library, but I think I'm just confusing you talking about it.
No, I believe that somebody's doing it, but I don't. I just
Yeah.
recognize that that's a very good idea.
Okay.
Especially objects like that. And also
Yeah.
power tools and laser printers and
Right.
3D printers and
Makerspace things and.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think libraries should be expanded.
Yeah. I know there's a small library of things in the downtown Sacramento one, but I've never
Really?
been down to play with
Oh
it.
wait, I've been down there. They did not have the panorama postponed there.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, because
Okay.
they have a space, designated for it, but it's not set up. There's machines
okay.
aren't there. You know, like it needs somebody to just
curate it.
Get it going. Yeah,
okay.
and it looks like budgeting was cut right from underneath them. From
Oh, that
what I
sounds familiar.
observed. I can't say because I don't know the drama going down there, but
Drama.
I was excited going, well, let me see your... And they're like, yeah, no, we
Show
were
me
going...
what you got.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Leah Marie says, I remember being able to rent/check out cake pans from somewhere back in the 90s, 2000. Okay, so it's not it's a normal...
It's a normal thing. So it isn't totally just a pipe dream.
Yeah. No, but I feel like we need to support libraries more.
I'm helping. Yeah. We do need to support libraries, and that raspberry in the libraries.
No. Okay, we did all of step number 7, it looks like.
Yep.
Oh, no. 5.
And I'm realizing, I don't need the computer set up today. No, I've been using the computer over here to look at steps.
Yeah.
I've got it set up in the other room to do larger scale laser cutting.
Okay, now it's time to cut out the oval and circle on piece 68. I think that was this.
Yeah.
When cutting the oval, keep your knife parallel to the table so that you get this awesome angle.
We did that.
So we did that. I'm going to cross that off. I'm going to use a gold one because it feels...
Sure.
Oh, it's an ugly gold one.
It's a dead gold one.
Yeah, just throw it in the garbage. Bye.
Gold, thank you for your... Any distance from the trash can, I can hit the edge and miss.
Fine. Pink it is. Ah!
Well, pink matches the master plan.
There you go. When cutting out, we did that. No fancy angle tricks on the other circle, which you also cut.
Yes.
All right,
And
so
did no fancy angle tricks on.
You got a 14.3 inch long piece of 1 inch PVC conduit, or 365 millimeters. So got that one. And
Twice.
then a 10.5 inch long piece of 1 inch PVC, or 266 millimeter piece of PVC pipe.
And I actually measured by millimeter. I didn't even bother to look past the first number, because in the instructions it says 266 millimeter. My brain goes, okay, get millimeter stick. And I didn't even...
My brain goes...
What is that? And I don't have a tape measure marked in tenths of an inch, so...
Okay. Yeah, I can picture lengths in inches.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. Like, I realize that piece is going to be about that long.
Yeah.
But once you turn it into hundreds of millimeters, I'm like...
Yeah, no.
It's just like, hold on, that doesn't compute. Like, I know it should make sense. This is about 10 centimeters, but it's just like the numbers don't make sense in my brain as much as inches do. Just because it's what was drilled. Okay.
Yeah, about that. No, that's 17. There's 10.
It's always smaller than what I expect. That's what she said. Anyways. You're doing the rub the conduit with green scratch pad.
I'm doing that right now.
Ooh, yours is purple, I'm telling. Roughing up the surface a little. This will help the paint stick a little better when it's painted. Okay, that's what you're doing now. I'm crossing it off, though.
That's fine.
The shorter piece of the conduit will become the handle running through the top oval and butting up against the piece 67 inside the gun box. The longer piece will slide through the 3 holes in the gun box and become the barrel as well as a cylinder at the back. So...
Really, I cut this poorly because it's not sitting flat.
You don't telling.
It'll sit flat when you force it.
We can smoosh it.
I think we can smoosh it.
Well, that's the great thing about foam.
Ah!
You can throw it and it doesn't matter. Alright.
I'm helping.
Okay. I will help and actually, like, sand. Because
okay.
that's the important part right now. You have more. They're right.
Yeah, they're down there, or do you want the sponge sanders? Do you want sandpaper?
I was gonna go sponge sander, but are you out of those?
Oh, I think I'm out. But it's hard to tell. I had
Right, they should be there technically. But
here's the rough thing, because I do not want to sound like I'm complaining, because I am not complaining. But I had some people help me. Here, I'll give you that. I had some people help me clean up. And I have it recovered.
No, it's a luxury to not know where things are in your house.
Yes.
Because it means you didn't put them away.
Oh, okay.
just my opinion. It's a luxury not knowing where things are in the kitchen or in your, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Now there is some long-term plans. Shop Gremlin has some long-term plans for how to better organize and work on and improve the shop that may actually involve timber and building. So I'm very excited about those possibilities happening. And we'll definitely share it with all of you when it starts happening. We've talked about that too. So
Yes. You know, functionability.
Functionability, yes. Aerial floor space. A lot. Because there's enough ceiling. What did you do on stream? Polish my pipe?
Yeah.
So R2SC was at the con again. Still fun to talk to. The guy that has the remote control R2D2 that we kept seeing everywhere.
Yeah, keep running into that guy.
Keep running into that guy. Yeah, he was trying to joke about how, there you are again. And I said, yeah, at this point I look for you.
Right, I'm disappointed if you're not here.
So got to see him again. Yeah, it's neat. One of the fun things with doing cons in general, and not necessarily just the gamut that I just did, but you get to recognize individuals, cosplayers, furries, builders, vendors, and oh hey, it's you again, and yeah, so that's really kind of
community.
Fun. Community. There you go.
Makes sense. Yeah. That's the whole point, isn't it? Is to build those communities, to make those connections and networks.
Yes, it is.
So, yay, con! Con, yeah. Piece 77, which piece is that? I'm reading ahead, seeing what we're going to be doing after this.
Because this is so exciting. This is riveting TV. And so for half an hour they sat there and sanded PVC pipe, and they sanded it for all it was worth, because the joy of sanding was the sanding itself. And lo, the pipe was sanded.
77. Okay, we don't have the bar graph yet.
Right, no, I have not printed the bar graph onto the acetate yet.
No, it's just...
Yes, no, that has not happened.
Okay. I was like, wait, what's piece 77? What are they talking about? That makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just kind of like, I haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Right.
My brain has not even been remotely thinking about this.
As if I've been here mentally for anyway.
You were here at least last week.
I'm here.
You cut the pipes before we started, so they're the right length.
And I've been busy on a whole secondary side quest project that's been a lot of fun.
Okay.
So helping out local high school with getting some props made for their production.
That's exciting.
Yes, it is. I did drop a clue in Discord earlier, and when I get more works in progress, I will post more pictures. I'll still keep them confidential, but I know that all of you will want to guess on what it could possibly be, so because it's kind of fun for me.
Okay.
It's not like I was expressly given, an NDA on this from the director, but she was like, yeah, don't do anything until it comes out on the 20th. It's like, all right.
In general, I just have that mindset of to not release or talk about things until the person that I've done it for has done it first.
Yeah.
Because I almost posted a picture of like, oh, I worked on this photo shoot and I had a behind the scenes photo, and I realized, oh wait, that's not coming out till October. And then I forgot about it, and it's not I'm not gonna post it.
That is a problem. You'll get something that's so far out that when it finally releases, you've moved on to the third or fourth thing and forgot what happened.
Yeah, and I'm no longer interested in. I'm like, all right, I already.
Oh yeah.
That's old news.
I remember getting to see. I'm not sure how much theaters still do it. They probably do more than I'm aware of. You get the test screenings, right? So you get a movie that's got its rough cut or its near final cut. Maybe the effects aren't all done. Maybe the music isn't final, and they'll run it for a test audience. Sacramento used to get a lot of those because Sacramento was a test market for a number of other things. There's mountains on either side of the valley, so the days of broadcast, it was very contained. And so it's still a test market, I think, because of that. I got to see Men in Black, like 8 months before it came out.
Interesting.
And it was great. The movie was pretty much the same. Some of the effects weren't there. The computer effects anyway. And the whole end sequence with the aliens playing marbles, because that was all CG, that wasn't there. But what was neat for me was I saw it, I enjoyed it. It was a near complete film, so I didn't think about it being a work in progress. When the movie finally came out and it's on the covers of all the magazines and it's popping up in the newspapers, I'm looking at this going, why is everyone so excited about this movie now? That came out so long ago. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I actually went to one of those test screenings, but in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to Las Vegas for a cheer competition.
Sure.
Umpteen years ago, before I was legally able to do anything fun in Las Vegas. So...
all my best gambling stories, all the best times I had gambling in Vegas was before I was 21.
Yeah, so...
once I turned 21, it wasn't fun anymore.
Anyways, the things that I could participate and have fun in were kind of different.
Uh-huh.
And so I wandered around at the MGM and I found myself in a test screening for The Office.
Oh, interesting.
The TV show.
Okay.
It was the episode with Pam winning the award for, like, best shoes for kids or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was weird because it wasn't the same episode that came out, but it was the same episode that came out. Edited differently.
Edited, so same actors, same story, but edited differently.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the BBC Office versus the US Office.
No, it was, they just really emphasized kids in the one I saw, and they had asked me about the product placement, and I remember, I was like...
okay.
Because I thought those shoes were weird. Anyways.
It is weird.
But,
this is what
I don't think I gave it the best of reviews at the time because I had never seen it before.
Yeah.
And I'm not their demographic at that
Right.
time and age and point in my life. A lot of things.
Right.
Anyways, now I find it a hilarious show and watch it all the time. But back then, I don't think I gave it the best of, you know, when they answer the computer questionnaires.
Yeah.
So, but that was the only one I saw as a test audience, and it was an interesting experience.
Okay, yeah, it is.
I got coupons for free Nathan's hot dogs afterwards. I think that's why I did it, because you got like this huge coupon pack for using the Las Vegas Strip.
Okay.
And it was kind of like, oh, I do this
Yeah.
one thing, and I can do all these other fun activities. All right.
Yeah. First thing they got me to give bloods, because, we'll give you 2 free tickets to the IMAX. Like, all right.
Yeah. I was always disappointed I could never give blood.
It was, I passed out on the bus. It was great.
I've just been told I'm not enough. You don't weigh enough.
You don't weigh enough? Yeah. Great. Thanks, guys.
Right.
I eat whole bags of Oreos. Come on.
Shh, don't tell.
Okay. Hey, found another sponge.
Oh no! Stephen D. engine now switched off in a traffic jam, so may be here for a while. That sucks. Been there.
Oh,
Done
I
that.
hate that. When you're just parked.
Yeah. I just got my truck back. It blew out while I was on the freeway, so I understand that. Anyways.
Right, but it's
back!
It's back. I saw it in the parking lot.
Yes! Whole new engine!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Right? That engine cost more than what I originally paid for that truck. But,
Yeah, that's
you know,
where
that
that
truck has gone up in value since I've had it, so.
Okay.
Because, you know.
Yeah, because little work trucks don't exist anymore.
Right? And I love it.
Yeah.
So much. I even got a cover for it. Anyways. But I feel you with the car. Anyways. Let's see. Danda's Junk says, yeah, I whipped up this
Starscream
helmet in a few days just to be called Megatron like half the time.
So it was a really good Starscream, like a really good Starscream. And the fact that he did do it, he started Tuesday and had a wearable helmet for Sunday was pretty cool.
No, I understand.
And it looked and was painted just like the cartoon, which of course you have not a lot of reference there, right? So.
At least with cartoons, it's flexible on what you can do.
But what's nice is he walked in, and as soon as I saw him, first thing I thought was Megatron. I'll be honest. Then I second guessed myself. No, that's wrong. That's not Megatron. That's Starscream. And he was wearing a Decepticon T-shirt as well, so that kind of helped. But yeah, it was very cool. Then he had also 3D printed because Megatron transforms the original. It became the P-38. It was a pistol, whatever pistol it was, 38. But he then added on all the extra stuff that they had in the cartoon and came with the original toy, which was this extended barrel with a silencer on it and like a shoulder brace, and of course there's a scope because that's his arm cannon.
I like toys. They help you understand what the things are supposed to be.
So Dan actually came cosplaying as 2 Transformers at the same time. Both.
It's noon past 2. Sorry.
Ah, okay.
We gotta let people in, and then we can continue.
I completely forgot.
Right.
Both Starscream and Megatron. So, all right.
Yes, but it's noon. We're having fun sanding here. Hope you guys are liking the music.
Oh yes. Dan says he'll post pictures in Discord, which is cool. I posted a couple. Wow, there's 17 of you watching at the same time. That's cool.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Public?
Now we are going public.
Now we're going public.
Let our friends in.
Playlist, we're going to add live streams and Ghostbusters and be done and go save. And it says public.
Okay.
Which is good.
Yay.
Yay! Yeah, they're excited about the challenge, fire challenge. It's going to be fire. It's going to be fire, explosions, and heartburn. That's what Undazzle Game is saying.
Let's not have any explosions
Yeah.
on set. I am not cleaning that up. I will leave. I will leave that mess for you.
What a fresh new buckets for everybody. Yep, and of course, Brian and Dan will be nice to each other. And Ethan Gaming is the first person who's jumped in for the public portion of the live stream. Ethan Gaming USA, hello and welcome to the Monday Odin Makes live stream. Hi, my name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And today we're doing more. We're building more on the Neutrino one from Ghostbusters. This is heavily inspired by, but not at all authentic to, the 1984 movie's Ghostbusters. We are building a foam version off of...
I can't speak.
That's it.
Lost Wax Oz. This is videos that he already made that shows you how to make this. So if you want to learn how to make it without all this other chit-chatting going on, go watch his videos. But if you want to craft along, pick up a project. It doesn't even have to be a Proton Pack, and join us.
Yeah. Actually, for being put on the spot, you did that very well. Yes, exactly that.
I can trip over my tongue and still spout nonsense.
I talk nonsense all the time.
Mickey Rat says hello, public.
Hello, public. It's the public.
Walker Industry, Felicia, you're back. I am back. I was in lovely San Diego last week. It was beautiful.
We didn't talk about that pre-stream. We talked about what I did over the weekend. So, Felicia, what did you do 2 weekends ago? Or is it something you want to share? It might have been a personal trip, and maybe you don't want to share.
It was a personal trip.
All right, never mind.
I visited my little brother, my little sister down in San Diego.
Okay.
She's a electrical engineer for the state of California down there, so she's too legit to quit.
Nice.
I support her. I think she's amazing. My little brother's down there with her. So I went and we hung out by the beach and we didn't do much.
Good.
Like, I was there for them. And
Yeah.
I missed them. And so that's what I was doing. I was just hanging out on the beach with my siblings, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Right. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Didn't hardly take any pictures because I was in it.
In it? Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's what I was doing. Just nothing that crazy. Yeah. But but now I'm back. Let's see what people are saying. Ethan Gaming says, yo, he said my name! So, Ethan Gaming appreciated that you said...
Sweet. Hello, Ethan Gaming. It's Ethan Gaming USA, right? Or is it just Ethan Gaming?
USA, yeah.
Yes, Ethan Gaming USA! Look at that.
Chunk says, hot food challenge is a perfect winter activity.
It is a perfect winter activity.
Ralph Mork says, hey, Odin and Felicia.
Hello, Ralph.
And Young Tano says, aw, nonsense swag. And Marble Guy's saying, how you doing, Odin and Felicia?
Hello, Marble Guy. Nonsense swag. Okay. Not sure.
Bruce New says, hey, Odin and Felicia, happy Monday. Looking forward to more Proton Pack progress. Yeah, we're getting some wands here.
Starting to look like a Neutrino wand.
I think I got
Neutrina.
I still see some of the letters. That means it's not.
This is the Purina wand.
Yeah, if I can get all the print off, I feel like it's been thoroughly sanded.
I can agree with that. I did cheat on one and use acetone, but I like, even though these may not just be spray painted, I have learned more than once the hard way that the ink used to print on PVC pipe is soluble by spray paint and is lighter than spray paint and will seep to the surface of your spray paint through multiple coats. So I highly recommend grabbing some acetone or sandpaper and removing the print from your PVC, especially if you want to do something lighter colored.
Because science.
Because science. I missed that show. That was a great show. With Kyle Hill. Oh, Because Science was great. I don't mind his new one, but I like the format and the way Because Science was better in the music and yeah. That was a YouTube channel that I would watch.
Let's see. Schultz Division says, welcome everyone. Hope you're doing good. And remember to leave a like on the stream and a severed hand of approval. Technical experiment is her Odin's daughter? No.
Nope.
If you don't know by now, Odin and I met working at Smosh.
Yep.
Yeah, I was the wardrobe department head.
At that point, yes.
Yeah, and you were, when you started, you were the head of the
Well, I didn't start as a head.
I thought you did.
I came in as a grip.
Grip, interesting.
For 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I came in just helping out Pat and Lee and John doing grip. And then, who was the guard guy? Chris.
I was going to say, because it was Pat, then Chris, and then I thought it was you and then Lindsay.
Yeah,
but were you here
right.
before Lindsay?
I was there before Lindsay.
Yeah.
But I kept helping out Chris and kept telling Chris how to solve problems on set. So and then Chris needed to go somewhere. I think his family expanded or something.
Yeah.
And so I fell into it. Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, we met working at Smosh, and we often had to overlap in... Often.
The difference between props and wardrobe is blurred, and oftentimes is defined by is the character entering the scene holding it or wearing it or not.
That's kind of where... So Odin and I would always separate things like, I know how to do that, I'll take this one, you know how to do that one, I'll take that one.
Yep.
But when we had like teams that we're working with, we had to like have an official like rules.
Yep.
And that's what he's talking about. If like purses were always considered a prop. But then also, but those are part of wardrobe. And so it's like, do they...
Because they usually walk in wearing them. But the issue is, we now have 25 purses that we have to store. Where do they get stored? With wardrobe or with props?
With props, because I ran out of space. But, on that one specifically.
No, that's fine. Sunglasses, too.
I took over a whole closet on shoes. Like, I'm like, this is my space.
Yeah. No. Space is this huge premium for... It's a low-budget production, and they have these reoccurring characters, so you want to have the same costume because it's actually easier and cheaper to store something long-term than it is to find the exact same thing 12 years later.
Oh, yeah. The neighbor, we have his flamingo. That prop goes with him. His jacket goes with him. Very specific shorts they're in a bag, they're zipped up, they're labeled, everything. Anyways.
Yep.
I had to be organized.
I was at Ace Hardware over the weekend, and they have skeleton pink flamingos, which I hadn't really seen before, or maybe I had and I hadn't thought about it. I was like, oh, that's cool. So the pink plastic flamingos, that was a Smosh favorite. So
yeah, I've disintegrated so many of those pink flamingos. They just like, the sun eats up the plastic when they're really cheap.
Okay, I believe that.
Yeah.
So you have to get the good expensive plastic pink flamingos.
Although I also don't feel bad. I cut up a plastic flamingo and turned it into a purse before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Glued a zipper into it. It was, But yes, pink flamingos. But props and wardrobe often overlapped, and that's where we met.
Oh,
and then we started. Hey Odin, I'm working on this random project.
Huh? Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah.
And then that's how we
continued collaboration after Smosh moved to LA.
Yeah. Music videos. Like
music videos.
We did this. You did the TV head, where I was doing that set.
For Werewolf, I think it was.
Werewolf with 2 V's.
Yeah, Werewolf.
Werewolf. You'll think twice, I think. Anyway, so many weird projects that it's like, I need this weird thing. Odin, working on this project. And so then the live stream kind of happened because I was paying you back for the Among Us.
Yeah.
With the patterning, and then I did anyways.
Somewhere in there. It was one of those things I talked about for like a year and a half or 2 years. I want to do live streams, and I just never got off my butt to do it.
What's their face?
Yeah, them.
We did the dress form.
Yes.
They were live streaming while we were working on it at one point.
Okay.
And that's where the whole little idea, I think, just kind of clicked.
It really clicked. Okay.
Was like, oh, we could live stream while we're crafting? Huh.
Well, yeah, we could.
And so then when the panorama hit and I had a lot of extra free time on my hand unexpectedly.
It's true.
Then I was like, I'm bored.
I'm bored. This weekend, it's Halloween and it's daylight savings. Can we do an extra long live stream? Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of morphed out of that. So, no, I'm not his kid.
Nope. No, I'm not her husband.
Nope.
Nope.
We're not related.
Nope.
We're buddies.
Yep.
We're friends.
Yep.
We do weird shit.
Yep.
You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose. You cannot pick your friend's nose, but you can pick their brain.
There we go. That's much nicer.
Yeah, I stole that one from Amanda's show, but then they did it on Billy and Mandy.
Okay.
Billy pulls that one. He said, pick your friends, you can pick your nose, you cannot pick your friends' nose. It's like Billy actually had to be told that.
Yes.
It made me laugh when I heard that, but I added you could pick their brains.
Yeah.
Because I'm always coming over here. I have this weird challenge, Odin. How would you do it? Okay, I wouldn't do it that way, but thanks. Now I know how I am going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That happens a lot, actually, which is cool.
Both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. I'm going to do it like this.
Sometimes you just have to say what your plan is out loud. Mm-hmm. Listen to other people and go, no, I was doing it the right way.
There's that too, yeah. I know, I do not know for you, but for me, I will decide I'm going to go this way to get it done, and then I'm blind to any other branching possibilities.
Oh,
and
yeah, you
even
can
if it's
print
the
that
wrong
out.
choice.
Yeah. There's a million ways to do anything wrong.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you double down. But yes, that's how we met. We're friends.
Friends.
Any questions, feel free. We'll answer them.
Yep.
We're weird.
Yep.
Anyways. On.
I wear a size 14 shoe. There you go. Now, it used to be 13, but apparently my feet have spread.
My feet are half your size.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Groot Grusen's here saying, hello, Odin, Felicia, how are you doing today?
Hello, Groot.
Marvel Guy. Odin, about your laser cutter. When you're making foam props, how are you supposed to cut on an angle?
You can't.
Yes. You can't? Or you
Well,
can't? You cut it straight and then you go back?
Right.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. The laser cutter, I could set it to do that by making a physical thing that held the laser on an angle. Since that doesn't exist, the lasers are pretty much made to be straight up and down perpendicular. You pretty much don't cut on an angle with the laser cutter. You end up going in and adding those in later by hand. Now, Ben Eady came up with an idea that was really slick and does work, but I'm still just going to cut it by hand.
It's not an angle as much as a rounded edge. He figured out how to get better.
He got a pretty good angle going. Because, using
way, but not necessarily that way.
using the art program, he created a gradient, and the laser will cut, and then set something to the laser, so it cuts according to how dense the gradient was.
Yeah.
And by going from a light etch down to a full cut in a linear fashion, he ended up making an angle. And that works.
But you're only getting angles this way. You can't do the
Yeah, you can't do angles the other way at all.
multiple angles.
No, you can't do a compound angle or whatever.
Just side note, go check out Ben Eady's channel. He has he's been putting
for
out
sure.
really good, just random
he just
information.
had an awesome one on snot.
I was thinking of the glue.
Yeah, I think that's what we called it. Was the snot glue, the 3D printing
Yeah.
glue. Even Chloe got excited about that one.
So he's been coming out with some really great videos of just random crafting knowledge that I was like, that's brilliant. So anyways, Ben Eady figured that out, the angles, but he just do it in post. But he's had some great videos that he's just released recently, and 2 in a row that were really good.
Yeah, he did.
So just, not right now, but go check him out.
No, go check him out as soon as you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing with cutting the gradient, it takes a really long time because the laser needs to go back and forth. You can't just burn it. Yeah, so if you want to cut straight, it's just and you're done.
Burn.
Exaggeration.
Yeah.
But when you're doing the gradient, it has to go back and forth, and it's doing the gradient. And as it goes back and forth, on the 24th time, you've completed a millimeter. So it takes a little while.
But you're not going back in afterwards.
Right. You're not by hand causing mistakes.
You're just beforehand pre-mathing and figuring things out.
Yeah. So it's whichever you want to do it.
Burn all the things.
Yeah. I'm burning stuff. I'll be burning more stuff after the stream today. I'm looking forward to it.
Sean Clark says, I still love that Halloween live stream. I've watched it like 3 times.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, me standing awkwardly in the parking lot. Did you ever cut that out? Because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I didn't realize there were people watching. I'm just like, oh, I'm so used to being camera etiquette where you stay quiet when you have something, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I knew, anyways. But Halloween's fun. I've been doing live streams for Halloween weekly.
Yes, you have. By the way, everybody, in case you weren't aware, Felicia has her own YouTube channel called
Behind the Scenes Fashions.
And is currently doing weekly live streams, or 2 a week.
No, just one.
Just 1 a week, okay.
1 a week, yeah.
Every week up until Halloween, deconstructing costume ideas and...
Talking Halloween. It just random questions. It's 30 minutes. Anybody who comes...
30 or 30?
30.
30.
30 minutes. Like, that's long enough for me to mentally cope. I could stare at a camera and talk to myself for 30 minutes. It's weird talking to an audience.
Right.
But it's really nice because people ask me random questions, and I love getting sidetracked talking about patterning and costume questions. But this last week, I had a really fun one where I think it was Bruce. Somebody from the live stream asked a question of how many costumes I could come up with just a black suit.
Oh, okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah, I came up with a really extensive list, and I realized I left 3 or 4 off the list.
wait, there's more.
Kind of a thing. And so I did that on my last live stream, and then last night I just went back in and I added pictures.
Oh, cool.
So I had visuals because I'm not savvy enough to have pictures while I'm doing live yet. Working on it. I've
got a machine that helps me do that. I'm just not prepared.
No, I know. I'm at home. I'm not even on your cool laptop. I have my shitty camera from my laptop. I have better cameras and options, but this is what you're getting. 30 minutes of just me talking.
Okay, Internet, can we start up our own little camera or other high-tech company that makes laptops, and we just call them Shitty? Hi! What have you got? Oh, I'm doing the new Shitty 3.0.
So anyways... I'm going to be putting that out just with the pictures and kind of edited all my ums and
nice, just
out
make it a
of
little shorter.
Yeah, just making it a little shorter.
That's cool.
Might be putting that out tonight or tomorrow, but I already edited it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like when you're doing it too.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
That's what I talked about last week, and I'm just trying to go at least once a week. No set day or time yet, working on it. It's after I get off of work, but I actually might try doing it a little bit earlier in the day this week, probably trying to go for around noon as opposed to I've been doing it at 3:30, 4 o'clock when I get off.
Okay.
Work. We'll see. But that's what I've been doing if you guys wanted to just stop in and say...
Pop in, say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Halloween. Yeah, and then we may or may not do a stream for Halloween. It's on a Monday.
It's on a Monday night, so if we do a normal Monday stream, it's a Halloween stream.
Yeah, we'll just dress up. Like we did last year. It ended up being on...
I'll just dress like a responsible adult, because I'm never one of those.
That was one of... No. You could do that in a suit.
In a black suit?
Right? Add sunglasses, and now you could be at least 4 other things.
At least. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can think of people who perform on stage, people who cover up aliens.
Well, I was thinking the Men in Black, Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, okay. I was thinking Men in Black, Blues Brothers. You mentioned Reservoir Dogs. And
aliens from...
CIA, just general CIA, which is Men in Black, but is without the flashy thingies.
Yeah, the virus from the Matrix.
Yep.
So, anyways.
Well, humans were the virus. Anyway.
Suits in the... Anyways.
Agents, yeah.
Oh, we got a super chat.
We did.
Rebecca Thumb.
I don't recognize Rebecca Thumb.
Had a box leather choker that cracked in one spot until the leather separated. Planning on using baling wire as a quick fix.
Oh.
Think it'll work advice. Okay, so fox leather choker.
A faux leather choker.
Is it broken in the front or in the back?
How?
I wouldn't do wire. I would literally just glue a ribbon behind it or stitch a ribbon behind it. Fox leather is sewable. It's also glueable.
Right.
Wire around your neck is a very bad idea.
Well, it's only in the one spot. It's not a loop of wire.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Don't put a loop of wire around your neck.
I'm already, like, I get irritated wearing jewelry very easily. Like,
Can make jokes about just being irritated very easily, but
yeah, like things around my neck, like a piece of wire that would not be a long, like, yes, a short term, but if you're doing fox leather, can't you just push a new piece behind it? Glue.
Should be able to.
Yeah, because you can even get those vinyl.
Haven't we been able? Well, it totally cracks. She has a wire to. I keep thinking it's peeled crack, but no, it's like. Would it be possible to go to a thrift store, Goodwill store, or secondhand store and get a belt that is a similar material, cut it and put the connector back onto it?
Yeah.
You know, like totally ditch the
Just
broken
new
stuff
piece
and a
of
whole
leather.
new piece of leather.
Or use a real one, or even a new piece of vinyl. They also have
Yeah.
vinyl repair kits, where if it's the vinyl's all cracked and messed up, you can paint over the seam to
Right.
hide it completely. Especially if it's black, that's an easier color to cover.
Vinyl's horrible to try and glue, and I wouldn't.
But vinyl glue exists.
But vinyl glue does exist. It's expensive and weird to find.
Worth it.
You can get Lacrosse. I think the galoshes company sells a repair kit for the galoshes, which are vinyl.
But
Yeah,
you can replace the leather itself. You can stitch something behind it. You can glue something behind it using a correct type of glue. You can. I wouldn't wire it of all things necessarily,
Right.
unless it has like a really cool chain that you're trying to keep. But I would go anything besides wire. At least try.
There you
But
go.
I'd have to see the choker.
right.
But that's my best advice without seeing what's the problem is. But you can glue it. You can sew it. You can replace it completely.
Replace it completely.
Yes.
Melissa, we got another super chat.
I know.
Wow.
Haven't even gotten to all the
Everybody keep the super chats coming. Okay, I'm sorry.
We got Nate.
Begging for money.
2108.
Nate, 2108.
Are you interested in making Lord Zed's staff or Optimus Prime's sword from Megatron's sword? That looks like it's not even on your radar.
Okay, so Optimus Prime's sword. This is from Transformers: Age of Extinction, right? That's come up before. If I'm thinking of the right sword, haven't hardcore looked at it. Although it was fun playing with Dan Does Junk when he had Starscream head on and then picked up the Matrix of Leadership. I was like, yeah, I think I need to do more Transformers. What's not on my radar at all is Lord Zed's staff. Lord Zed is Power Rangers, right? Not Transformers.
Yeah, but
so
you
that
want
was
to
the.
read
I wanted to read his staff.
Yeah, we got lots of Power Rangers we need to do.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Wanted to read his staff because I got to meet super briefly the actress that played Rita. Super nice person, and I'd love to make a Rita staff and give it to her. So that's kind of a little dream. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And I'm glad I didn't jump right on that and make that happen early on because the Skeletor staff is, as I keep assembling it, disassembling it, carrying it around throughout this past year, the wooden threads inside of the painter extension poles, one of them has stripped out.
So it's worth it to get the metal.
So it's probably worth it
reinforced
to try something a little different. Yeah. I wasn't excited about the wooden sectionals that the Ace sold because it was a different thread piece than what you usually use. And so they weren't super compatible with other stuff. But then, yeah.
It was cheap in there and you just getting it done.
It was the only one made wood anymore because they just don't make them. I used to be able to walk into any hardware store and I could buy wooden ones, no problem. Nobody carries them anymore. Everything's composite.
Yeah.
Which, okay,
the
better
price
product.
of lumber went up, so
Yeah. But
it's no longer the cheap option.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Rebecca Thumb says, I'm going to try stitching behind it with a stronger material. I wear my chokers rather tight, so I need a stronger material. The rip is like, it's completely separated. Yeah, use leather. Leather's going to be such a stronger, more durable material. Unless it's ethically you don't want to use leather, then I would just use something else, I'd pull it before I even tried to turn it into.
Would it be possible to sandwich it too? So you got a strip underneath it, and then you have the part you want to keep. Can you put an accent over the top of it? So now you've got a ribbon underneath what you want and a ribbon on top to help hold it together. Because
Because if you can even just sew a whole ribbon behind it, because a ribbon's going to have a lot of strength and structure that you're not going to get from vinyl. Like, a woven fabric versus a vinyl plastic film. With the threads, you're going to get the stronger threads that are going to have a flexible, strong hold, where the vinyl is just going to kind of pull and stretch out over wear and tear. So even just putting a ribbon behind your vinyl will extend the life of it. Hope that helps. I like your random question challenge.
That was good. Is that another one, or is that still the same one?
Another one. Nate has another $4.99 super chat. Says, "All right, cool, thanks. BTW, I enjoy watching you make stuff."
Thank you, Nate.
Groot Grusin, can you do like a shoelace? And now I lost the word interlacing. Or that's not interlacing, it's interlacing. I am sorry reading here. Here's the
No, that's interlacing, but that's not do a shoe
lace. Use a shoelace for behind the choker.
Oh, behind the choker. Yeah, okay.
The same reason why I was talking about a ribbon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm getting asked to make a Stranger Things prop. Okay.
What would you do for... I like
Box of Egos. I don't know.
We did, like, way back in the day. Smosh, we did an episode of Stranger Things because I dressed Anthony up as Barb.
Okay.
And that was so much fun because, like, she has the ugliest shirts that are so much fun to shop for. Anyways. And nobody thinks about Barb. Nobody cares about Barb. And I love it.
Poor Barb.
Right? She's like my... Right. Anyways, I had her glasses. They were great. Yeah, anyways. Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Well, the Demogorgon. Anything with the Demogorgon would be really fun and
yeah,
and enjoyable.
It would be the head, maybe.
My same friend who just did the Arcane experience. That was like a year ago. Literally.
Still recovering from it.
Yes. The year prior, he worked on the Stranger Things experience and ended up making a bunch of stun batons that the keepers could use to help keep the Demogorgons at bay during the experience. So I don't know. Yeah, there's things that could be made.
Before the costume shop closed, I did dress up a few guys as 11 from Stranger Things because, you know, if you have a shaved head and you put on a little girl's dress, it's a fun costume to run around in. I'm just saying. So.
Oh, somebody at Little Icon yesterday did a mixture of Deadpool and the Will Ferrell elf, the big tall redheaded elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had candy canes for the katanas and had the hair and the hat and the Deadpool mask, and it was a good little mashup.
Sounds fun. What are we working on?
We're working on crossing things off the paper and talking.
Okay, let's cross those off and then I'll read
What
more.
we're trying to do is fill up 2 hours of our lives and then stop the stream.
Okay, the shorter piece of conduit, we did that. That's the handle through the oval hole, up against 67. Mark a 52 millimeter, a 2-inch from one end of the barrel piece. This will be the end that is towards your body and will become the rear cylinder.
Okay, the rear. Gotcha. That was one of the things I was wondering about. Okay. So we got these things cut. It isn't saying to glue anything yet, right? The shorter piece going to be handled running through the top oval. Okay.
I think we gotta paint everything.
These actually, if we want to follow his instructions, we're coming up to faux welding using hot glue, where you're doing the weld marks.
But we did prep these for painting, so they are.
We did, yeah.
So we're not having to worry about putting these in later.
No, we can go ahead and.
Where we're leaving off some of the pipes on that one because getting behind
it, and we can get around. So I think I'm.
We're okay attaching.
Far more comfortable attaching to these. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, then we have the bar graph that we're going to be adding, but
Oh wait.
So remember why you don't like the red?
Remember why I don't like the red?
Why you don't like the red? The foam?
Yes.
Paint the inside edges of P77 black.
Yep. Well, we can do that.
Well, just saying, we have to cover the redness with
pencil. I hit a key and didn't kill the stream. Woohoo!
Nice. I was gonna say I stole all your pencils. I always put them in my hair and then leave.
Oh, is that where they all went? Okay. It's all right. If I remember correctly, the big box of pencils you brought.
Okay, so I brought my own hair things.
Yes.
At least I'm not taking your paintbrushes, because I prefer paintbrushes to pencils.
True that.
That was a nifty little tool. I'm going to do camera 4 so people can see what you're doing. Sure. What is that?
Oh, well, this is an official Cos Tool product, but it is actually an old woodworking technique. Basically, I've got a ruler here with a slider and then a pencil. So the holder is holding Mr. Pencil, and then I've got my stops here. I probably should... And I've got it set for 2 inches. So at this point, these metal rods are 2 inches from the pencil. So if I just theoretically do this and spin the pipe, actually I should hold it a little more square because it changes the length. Yeah, that's working really well, Logan.
That's okay. They can't really see the line on
That's good. Anyway, I got a really crappy line there now. That's perfect. I could have done better if I just held the pencil and didn't. Yeah, but anyway, that was what I'm trying to do. This works really well for something straight. You do that, and there we are. You know. So.
Yeah, but the thing here isn't straight.
Yeah, exactly. Which now makes the line crooked to the text. But this particular thing, if you want to buy the Cos Tools, it's Cos Tools Border Marker XT40, available Blick Art Materials. If I had my act together, I actually have an associate link now with Blick Art Materials. So if you were to click on the link that I don't have in the description, you could actually support my channel by buying stuff from Blick. So I should get my act together because that's actually all very real. I talked to Blick and they got me an associate's link again. And
so you really need to put that
I really need
after the stream.
Yeah, because that exists. You can, if you really want to get
this nifty tool.
The Cos Tools tools, they've got them at Blick.
That's where you get them? Because it just always seemed like some kind... Oh, these awesome tools that you have to special order from some weird place. Okay, Blick makes sense.
Yeah, Blick makes
them. I can get my own. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have to steal yours.
No, you don't have
I'm still
to.
going to, though.
Yeah, that's easier.
Okay, so I skipped a whole bunch of comments, but that's okay.
With who? Is it okay with you or okay with the comments? Okay.
Yes, I'm just kind of going back through, seeing what I missed.
Oh, that's good. So what's funny is I did it a second time. The first time with the tool, and you can't see the line here, but it looks like barbed wire wrapped around it. That's how straight the line is. And then I did it again, simply holding the pencil and putting the pipe up against my knuckle and visually looking at the squares on my cutting mat, because I've got a standard cutting mat, so every square is 1/2 inch. So the pencil's here, and spun it. And Felicia can let you know that the one I did by hand versus the one with the tool, which one's better?
The one you did by hand.
And that is not a fault of the tool, but...
but we're watching.
Yeah, we're judging. So I actually asked someone to judge.
Yes. Colin Butterfield has an interesting question.
Okay.
Odin and or Felicia, is there a certain level of quality / durability when making props and costumes pieces for companies? I think so. Professionally making a proper costume versus...
Felicia and I both have a specific area that we work with. You used to do stuff for a costume shop, which would be a much better one to answer for. I'm used to doing productions where it had to live through the production. It needed to make it to the end of the shot.
So, if you're doing it for camera, it needs to be pretty. It doesn't necessarily have to function, and it doesn't have to be pretty from every angle.
And you never want it to make sound.
It needs to be pretty for the shot.
Yeah.
Yes, and it has to be weirdly quiet. If you're doing something professionally or that you commercially or professionally, finished edges.
Yes.
That is what you need to do. It's not necessarily has to be more durable or anything like that, but you need to finish all your edges, inside, outside edges, because it'll be something somebody's going to be critiquing. And finished edges are the thing that makes something more professional, especially costuming and I would say prop making too. Mm-hmm. Like if a dress doesn't have a finished edge, even if it doesn't need it, it looks like it's not done. The threads need to be trimmed, like it needs to be edges finished.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents. But on camera, no, it just needs to look pretty for the camera angle.
Yep. Needs to look, yeah, for the camera angle and
commercial shoots too. Like all the weird shoots that we worked on. If it's on camera, it just needs to be pretty for the angle that they need it.
Even wardrobe. There's times when a suit is a bunch of clips in the back.
Yeah. You don't see the inside, it doesn't matter. If it's just for film, you know, you can get away with so many sins. But if professionally, finish your edges. Okay.
All right. I'm going to jump ahead a couple of sentences.
Go for it.
Because we're talking about doing the bar graph, which we're not necessarily doing. So it comes up to the handle, which is a smaller one, right? Mm-hmm. Because they said the smaller one became the handle.
Yeah.
And we are to glue it in. And of course, he's working with hot glue. So he says, turn it up nice and hot and do the sanding and everything else. Yeah. I'm gonna like super glue.
Oh, super glue?
I guess super glue or epoxy or both.
Rubber cement?
No. Well, I could do rubber cement too, I suppose. But
Super
since
glue?
I'm going through a hole, I think I might just epoxy and super glue. Yeah.
Okay. I like this one. Ethan Gaming USA says, Odin made a bunch of stuff that I know, and I can't even think of something for him to make. Look at that.
Thank you, Ethan Gaming.
He ran out of requests.
Wow.
That's what I think is amazing, because there's always something. Can you make this? Can you make that?
Right.
I always feel like when they say something that you made, it's like, oh, you're welcome, already done.
Yep, did that.
Somebody was asking, does Plasti Dip work on cardboard?
Yeah.
It moved. Marble Guy was.
Yeah.
When making cardboard props.
Yeah, it'll dry on cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll give the same type of sheen. Yeah.
Yeah. So go for it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll.
If anything, it absorbs a little bit, but it just makes it more of a solid
Yeah.
contact. It's going to be better than vinyl.
And it's not so wet that it's going to make the cardboard delaminate.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm trying to remember, because I will set cardboard down and spray onto it. I've had pieces I've used multiple times.
But dollar store foam core will delaminate.
Yeah.
100%. Expensive foam core may not, but dollar store
doesn't.
foam core 100% does.
Yes, it does. Dollar store foam core is.
I love that it's $1.
Yes, it's great because if you know what you're getting, it's great, and you can work around the quality that you're getting. It's great.
If you understand its
You
limitations.
understand its limitations. If you're expecting more than that from it, disappointed.
Oh, good. Steve D says traffic is moving again.
Oh,
I'm
hooray!
glad. Okay, yay.
Everyone, polite golf claps for Steve D and his moving traffic.
I feel you in my heart.
Oh.
Blaze Elms says, hey Felicia, which would you prefer out of these options? Embroidery, applique, or screen printing? Depends on the application. Depends on the details I want. If I really like embroidery because you can get really like three-dimensional. Like if I'm having a t-shirt, I like the embroidered staff shirts, if that makes sense, because I like the embroidered logos, emblems, and stuff like that. It's way easier to do screen printing ones, especially when you have to create them for sets and stuff like that, and you need, let me just iron, but that's not going to wear well. It's not going to, depending on the wear and tear of things. So it's the easiest, but it's also won't last the longest. And applique, I really like appliques because it's like that hybrid of embroidery where you can have your centers a different fabric. It's backed. You have multiple levels of stability built into your applique if you're doing it right. So hierarchy of quality, probably applique, embroidery, screen printing.
Okay.
Just if I was to make a t-shirt, just out of the blue,
So
not knowing what it's for.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hope that answers your question. I know it's a little out there, but what do I prefer? Applique, embroidery, screen printing on like if I'm going to get a staff shirt made for myself. If I'm making it for somebody else, it's the easiest is the screen print. Trevor Thomas wants to know, do you plan on making a PKE meter from foam, or do you plan on building one at all? If you do you think you might get the Quick PKE meter and putting electronics on it? I could send you a link to it.
I would be interested in seeing whichever one you're talking about. PKE meter. We have a toy one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
We have a toy one, and we've got this is horrible. I'm forgetting his name right now.
Batteries in it, so it kind of works.
So it's the toy.
There's a ghost.
There's a ghost. Yeah.
There's a ghost.
But I actually have one of the shoe polishers. So somebody a long time ago pointed out that one of the shoe polishers was on eBay for $10. This is what the body was from originally. And so I bought it, and I've got an original. So I would like to make a screen replica. I'd like to make a prop replica of a PKE meter with, many appropriate parts. I don't have a problem with upgrading it slightly and not being authentic to the blinky LEDs. That was the original screen. I'd love to make an updated screen, but other than that, I want to be fairly accurate to what there is.
So would that be your own video, like a video?
That would be a video, yeah.
As opposed to a live stream.
Yeah.
So. Eventually.
So, kind of neither one, but if you're talking about something that comes with electronics.
Oh,
there you go, yeah.
I need a PKE hairbrush.
PKE microphone.
Yeah.
And then, I can't remember. The PKE meter became a rentable prop briefly after Ghostbusters. And I know it appeared in a couple of other movies and TV shows.
We had one at the costume shop, but it hardly ever got rented. The backpacks did, though.
Okay, but anyway, what the meter?
I don't think James knew what it was.
That sounds like James. James was wonderful, but he was not a geek. He was not a nerd. He didn't know all the little things.
But there was so
much
many
other things he did know. Yeah.
That you have to keep. Like I just kept my computer open. You want to be what? Let me.
Right.
Well, we have this. We can make work with what we have in our collection.
Yeah.
It's happened all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's.
But.
Not bad-mouthing James at all.
We love James. We love the costume shop.
Yes. We miss your costume shop.
Dan Does Junk says, I'll be hitting up the dollar store soon for all their Halloween props. Never know what I need to find from them.
Yep. I was at a Walmart earlier. Oh, I remember which one it was. I think it was one up in Roseville on Lead Hill Drive. They had a bunch of Neutrino One toys that were discounted. I didn't have any cash or anything on me, so I couldn't get one. But they're like these little half-size or one-third size, kind of real Ghostbusters-ish looking Neutrino One toys. It was like, oh, this would be awesome. I really can't get one right now.
Right.
But yeah, that's the one up on Lead Hill Drive or Lead Hill Drive in Roseville, California. Just a couple of days ago, they had like 4 of them. So, like $10. It was quite a bummer. I didn't have it.
No, it happens all too often. I understand. Michael Anderson says, at Odin Makes, before gluing that handle into the box, you should have cut a hole/notch out of the insert end to accommodate the wiring for your future electronics.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, we're leaving off the bottom of the box at least.
We'll leave off the bottom of the box. We can fish wire through it still.
Okay.
We'll just have to drill a big hole in the inside and...
Trevor Thomas and Felicia, would you ever considering doing a Janie Minutes cosplay? I don't know who that is. I'd have to look it up.
Janie Minutes?
Yeah.
Wow, did this get old? This is not...
Minutes. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay, I'm not the only one. Whew.
No.
Sometimes I feel like, geez, how do I not know who that is? And then, okay, I don't know who that is, but I'll look it up later. Blaze Elm says, personally I like screen printing because I'm lazy, but I like to add some of my drawings to the fabric. Yeah, screen printing's the lazy way, but it gets the job done and it looks good, so nothing wrong with that. Michael Anderson also says the Spirit Halloween one, always a good choice for a cheap PKE.
Yeah, well, that's basically what you've got. It was just because I think it's effectively the same toy, but I got that at Walmart a couple of years ago, on discounted. Yeah, no, it is. It's great. It's a good toy.
Oh, Rebecca Thumb with another $5 super chat.
Oh wow, thank you, Rebecca.
Talking to you guys led me to realize I could just use a stapler instead of going to the hardware store, thus saving me money. So here's another SC. Super chat.
Wow, thank you.
I love staples. Staples replace sewing all the time.
Yep.
If you need to hem your pants, a staple is going to hold it better than thread.
Yeah, I wasn't part of the wedding party, but I have attended weddings with hemmed pants with staples. Yep.
I've seen people stress out, oh no, my ankles, you're gonna see, nobody's looking at your ankles.
Nope.
If they notice, you have something to talk about. And you can also staple in the seam allowance, just saying. But
yeah,
staples are valid for replacing sewing. And they're easily to remove. And they don't damage your fabric unless you're doing a leather or vinyl where it would create a permanent hole. But if your thing's already broken at that point, see, but... Oh, she said it worked perfectly, so yay.
Oh, good.
Glad that worked out for you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that worked out for you.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you for the warning about drilling a hole. Blew it. But I'll come back with a Forstner bit and put a big old hole in here. And
Yeah, at least the foam's flexible.
yeah.
Let's see.
That's what we get for not looking ahead and just blindly going, okay, what's next? Next. Okay, what's next? Next.
Right, we're just following the instructions.
Yep. Dog barking, that's what's next.
I'm over here being distracted by comments.
You be distracted by comments. I'm gluing. It's exciting. But at 1 o'clock, I do have a box that I can open up. The monolith that's finally sent, and it's here, and should be entertaining. I have the hints given is that it is probably Lego of nature, but I do not know for sure.
Lord of Thorian. I can confirm about the staples since I had to use them on my dress blues to get through an inspection before they got tailored. Dress blues with...
Oh, wow.
Dress and military, they're strict.
They're strict, and you pulled off staples for dress blues?
It works, though. They're stitches.
Yeah.
It really does. Freaking work. Staples are... I love safety pins. I was told once that a good costumer never uses safety pins. Good thing I'm not a good one. But they're one of my favorite tools. Like, I just have them on my hem. I don't currently. Jeez, that's weird. I feel... Anyways, I usually have them on the hem of my clothes.
I don't have any staples.
Oh, my God. No. Safety pins, actually, not staples.
Safety pins, right, sorry.
But staples are...
Staples? Have you tried staples?
Are the next best thing. So I think we have a bunch of people asking what they missed so far. So I think it's a good time to catch everybody up what we're doing.
What we're doing so far. What we missed so far today was a recap of what happened over the weekend. I went to a con. What it is that Felicia did last time when she wasn't here. She went somewhere else.
To the beach.
To the beach. And, yeah. And we've been working on the Neutrino wand. Something that didn't happen.
You cut the pipes while... Between, like, right before we started.
Right before we started. Yeah, I literally still have PVC sawdust on me from cutting the pipes. So it's almost like I cut them on stream.
Yeah. And we talked about Ninja Turtles, so...
Yeah, actually, we talked a lot about Ninja Turtles. That came up. Oh, hey, did anyone keep tally earlier? We were joking when it was Patreon only, so there's a whole 45 minutes before we go public that's just for members of my Patreon and just for members of my Discord, where we're able to talk a little more one-on-one. And during that time, we talked a lot about Ninja Turtles. And I was asking, hey, who's everyone's favorite Ninja Turtle at that time? So, is there...
Michelangelo was winning at that point.
At that point, yeah.
But so, if you want to vote for somebody else, go ahead, put your...
Oh, are we continuing it now? Okay,
Why
I was
not?
curious if anyone had done a tally of that and where we're at and who's president and...
I don't know. It's way further
either.
up in the stream, but... Yeah. Michael Morgan, or Michelle Morgan, says, safety pin, more like save me pin. Truly a blessing for cosplayer.
Yes.
Cosplay supply booth. Most of it was, here's a safety pin. Here's a few safety pins. Here's some safety pins.
Ran out and found a place that was open 24 hours that had a bunch of them. I spent, I think, $25 on safety pins.
Black safety pins are worth their weight in gold.
I found
a
bunch of those.
They just disappear. They're...
Yeah.
Yeah. So... You think that fishing wire disappears on set when as a background? No, it catches the light black thread. Same thing with safety pins.
Yep.
Black safety pins.
Yep. Non-reflective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Fishing wire does totally disappear in water, which is where it's designed to disappear.
Yeah. Dan Does Junk says Mikey seems to be up so far, so Mikey's in the lead. Michelangelo.
Mikey's in the lead.
He has the red mask, right?
Is that Raphael?
Raphael? Now I'm confused. It's because we're live and I'm thinking about it.
I don't know. Am I a Turtles fan? Yes, I like the Turtles. Do I?
We have some more votes for Mikey and Michelangelo, so.
Yeah.
Michael Anderson, what about the Venus, or do we not talk about the mutation?
That's got to be the female one, right?
I guess. I didn't realize they existed. Yeah,
we didn't know until earlier in the stream, because we both like turtles, but we're not huge turtle fans, that apparently there was a female Ninja Turtle. Is that the Venus? I don't know.
Michael Anderson, they all used to wear the red masks. It was the OG cartoon that color-coded them.
That's right. That's right. Because the comics were black and white and red. And that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but color coordination with costumes is one of my favorite things to do. It really helps you instantly keep people straight.
Yep.
So, I appreciate the color coordination. Anyways. But now I'm learning. Okay, Yanela says yes, her name is Venus.
Oh, okay.
And that's from the next mutation. So I have not seen that.
I've not seen that.
Is it good and is it worth it? Or are we really not missing anything by not knowing what Venus is? What's your opinion? I'm curious.
Venus has arms, right?
Well, the thing is like, I have so many things to watch and catch up on.
I gotta catch up on She-Hulk.
Yes, I just saw that when I was surprised about how much I liked it. It's a lot to just be able to sit down and like watch TV with my brain going all over, you know.
Yes.
Ooh, Ted Gardner?
Ted Grenier?
Grenier.
Ted Grenier.
Look at you speaking off it. Anyways, says black braided fishing line will disappear on set even in show lights and it's crazy strong. Yes, black.
Yeah. Yes.
Not clear.
Not clear.
Black. And you'd think that you would notice the black more. No.
No, you really don't. It doesn't reflect at all. And Ted saying black what? Thread or?
Braided fishing line. So to
braided
make it really strong so it can handle with the weight of stuffs on set.
Right.
He's saying it's not getting noticed with the light. And that makes a lot of sense.
So Ted works in live stage and live productions. He's actually the one that got me the gig doing switching at the State Fair. So I would 100% trust what Ted says.
It's like they sound like they know what they're talking about. It sounds like experience. I recognize it. I see experience there. But yes, sometimes you really have to, like, can't see the strings and black. People don't think about it because it would seem like a more bold color to use than clear.
Right. Because it seems like it would stand out against a light background. But it's so small on stage, it doesn't.
One of my very first production jobs where I was the art director, we had a very close-up scene where we needed to see this bell jingling, and it was like right on camera. Okay. And they were trying to get the fishing line in the thing, and I had black thread, and I had that argument of, no, we got to use the clear one. And I'm like, but the black is going to work better. And the clear, they kept seeing it, and so then they tried the black, and I'm like, oh, it's done.
It worked. Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't reflect light.
But it just didn't seem intuitive.
But, it doesn't, no.
But black safety pins. I have like I buy them every time I see them. Yeah, and I don't bother buying dollar store safety pins. They're just not worth it. What are you looking for?
Making sure, so I made a mark, and I'm pretty sure the next thing is we slide it through the box, right? But I want to make sure that that's where we're at.
Yeah. This will be the piece that is towards your body and will become the rear cylinder. So it needs to be towards.
I'll probably stop. Well, it only goes in one way.
Yeah, that one only goes one way. The other pieces we actually have to I would rather look at the video and double check that we're putting it in correct, just because I know me. And I will glue it and find out, oh, that was the wrong one.
Yep, I'll do that too. Well, right now I've got 500 epoxy and super glue in these, right? So super glue is going to hold the pipes to keep them from moving around. 500 epoxy is going to take at least half an hour to kick off.
But it's going to really hold them in there so we can throw them across the room and they will not die.
Yes!
Nobody thinks I'm going to just go chuck my prop that I just made across the room. But as the costume shop, we always had to keep that in mind when we were building something. It's going to get used and abused and rented multiple times if it cannot be handled being dropped on the floor.
It's not going to be able to be rented. Yeah. Also, the mentality of the person, it's like, I made this. I'm going to take care of it. It's a rental. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I know that from renting cars, renting trucks. You get in with other techs and they're in their car and they're making sure they're backing up and not hitting anything. And they hop into a rental truck and bang into the loading dock. It's a rental.
Well, that's because you pay that extra insurance and it's 100% worth it. Anyways.
Yes, it is. Anyways, do you have any quick comments?
We got a hello from Scotland. It's Field Worker Masks, or Field Walker Masks, says hello from Scotland.
Hello, Field Walker Masks.
Brady C says Tommy gun build was really cool.
Thank you, Brady. That was fun to do. I'm excited that I've had a number of people get excited about the Tommy gun. So one of the comments, if you go look at the comments of the video, that again has me somewhat excited, is a Navy museum in Maryland said that they love the Tommy guns because they have a PT boat, and PT boats had the World War II version of the Tommy gun was standard issue, so they've got some replicas hanging in the boat. What they don't have are the M1 carbines, because there aren't any easy to get a hold of replicas. Is it possible to make an M1 carbine the same way? Which got me thinking about it. So I contacted Joe Gillis from Beyond Geek, because we did a World War II episode. He knows someone locally who has a couple of M1 carbines. Hopefully, I get to go hang out with Joe and his veteran friend and do a bunch of measurements off the carbines, because I don't even need them to leave the guy's house. If we just go and say hi and I just do measurements.
You can even take a picture next to a ruler and figure it out.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And so... yeah, I may make another video doing more replica weapons. And the other fun thing I figured out with that video that I thought, I'll give this a shot. I've always complained about how if I make a gun video, YouTube is going to demonetize it, basically. Or
even just say the word.
Yeah, pretty much. Screen. Or it's restricted monetized or some other spin on it where basically the video isn't making money because they're not promoting it to most people. Or they're just flat not going to give you ad revenue from it. You only get revenue from premium subscribers, right? So I don't want to make anything using that 3-letter word that isn't the glue gun. But the same thing happens when you put a sponsor on it, practically, right? But this video is sponsored by automatically doesn't promote the video to anybody who's younger than 13. And that cuts out a huge chunk of my audience, right? So... by putting a sponsorship on a replica video, who cares? So yeah, I'm tempted to go ahead and make a few more. Oh, okay, that's bothering you. So I'm tempted to make a few more because when I get another sponsorship that pops up, because I haven't had an issue outside of Audible.com. They're the only ones that said we don't want anything to do with guns as a direct sponsorship on YouTube. Yeah.
They're back in the picture?
No, not necessarily. I wish Audible's back in the picture.
No. I was talking about the 3-letter word.
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
Because for a while there, it's just like, I can't afford to even think about those.
No, I can't afford to think about it at all.
But they're not.
But they're not out of the question now, because if I stick, Raid War of Clans or whatever on it, yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Bloodline Heroes of Lithus, for allowing me to put out the Tommy gun video and actually make something on it. Aside from the $2 I think it's made so far off of premium membership. That's about what that video's made in a week, is about $5. I think we've made more on this live stream than that video has in the past week. Yeah, that's how bad it is.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work for nothing.
That's
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So, sorry.
No worries. I was just going through the comments, but
It's 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock. We can open mail.
Do you want to play with the mail?
Yeah, let's play with the mail.
Play with the postal mail? Not play... Anyway.
Let's open the mail.
All right. This showed up last Tuesday, 9/26. Expected delivery by 9/28. So yeah, that was Wednesday, I think it was. This is the fabled box from beyond. Hey, is there a package? Anyway, it's finally here. In Discord, she was teasing about...
Don't want to dox them. It has...
Oh, on the side over there. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, let's...
Fair enough. I don't think anybody can see it.
Still, I just like... Part of my job a lot was Greeking things and making sure we don't see logos, so I'm very cognizant. Oh, I see something. Yeah.
There. Anyway, stuff arrived. Thank you, Yanolith. They were teasing about how maybe this has inspired me with more Lego builds. So I'm kind of curious what this is. And then they were also joking about how they taped the ever-loving
snot out of it.
Snot out of it. So Felicia gave me a knife.
Scalpel.
Here you go, kids. Remember, always cut towards yourself because
you're more controlled that way.
You're able to make yourself bleed more that way. Box. Ooh, there's a letter. Do we want to do the thing first?
Read the letter.
Read the letter first.
My mom taught me good manners, and you read your letter before you open your birthday present.
Okay. And I can already see minifigs. So we got a letter. Open the letter up. There we are. It's a huge letter. Hi, Odin and crew. I'm so sorry for the long wait on sending this package out to you. All but has been a crazy past few weeks. Yeah, it has been all but crazy these past few weeks. As you can see, this is a collection of Lego. It is all over the board, laugh out loud. I needed to offload these to you because I ran out of space. Hope these elements help you create more Lego props and take care. Yanolith. Oh, wow, these are all... okay, they're even individually bagged.
There's a king with a crown and a centaur and some knights.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, yeah. These are great Roman soldiers. We had those at the costume shop. See how they do the scaled?
Uh-huh.
With the... Anyways. And there's a horse. I like this lady. Sorry, she's cool.
It's a centaur.
Yeah.
Cool. This is Buzz Lightyear.
Look at all these.
That's cool. This is
heads and pants. These are
got lots of got guns and lightsabers and.
You know, with the when I was picking out photos
a lot of,
to put over my live stream so that I could give examples of the suit costumes. I used a lot of Lego figures for picture examples.
Okay.
Because I feel like toys, especially Legos, break it down to the barest of elements.
Yes. This is the
This is the essence of the costume. If you get these basic elements, people will know that you are a knight. Or, you know what I mean?
I can see why she was saying, yeah, hopefully these will help inspire you to make up, because, yeah, there's lots of really cool little minifig. This is really cool. I got to where I enjoyed buying Lego from garage sales and thrift stores because of the randomness of what comes in it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So this is really cool because it's actually got history.
There's a horse hat. There's a hat for the horse. Look at, I love it. Legos are so much fun. Look at all these matching pants. Legs.
Oh, a lot of matching legs.
Lots of matching pants. I like the Yoda head over here.
Is there a Yoda head there?
There's
there is a Yoda head. Oh, the original Yoda head that didn't have print on it.
Yeah. Are you really good at I Spy?
There's Princess Leia hairs in here. I'm pretty good at I Spy. There's Princess Leia hair in here, too.
I feel like a lot of my job is being good at I Spy.
I got the head off of a horse.
Ooh, look at there's a little turn piece.
Oh, wow.
He got Harry Potter's broom, a wrench. Oh, you made that piece right
I made that piece. One of the few I made.
Oh, look, and there's the flame to come out of it. So you embed Edie's in miniature form right here as I throw it across the thing. There you go. Oh, wait, that's too small of a flame. That's
right, it's a different type of flame. But that's okay, it is a flame.
I was trying.
But, yeah, this is the...
And all the little hilts for the lightsabers and a lightsaber.
Nice. Thank you.
Can they see camera 4 any
better?
No, not really.
All right, here, let me walk around and zoom in on camera 4.
You got to see us.
Especially while camera 4's live. Sorry, guys. We're going to click and click. There we go. Now they can see closer.
There are Santa beards, many different... Nope, not multiple styles, but there's multiple beards.
Yeah, that's like it.
Scarf.
Got a couple of just horses.
I like the horses.
I know they're still in bags. It causes
I know,
a
I
lot of
opened
reflections. Oh, good. And put the hat on.
I put the hat on because I got excited that it had a hat, and I like the centaur.
Oh, the
that
centaur.
was my
She's
favorite
cool.
piece so far. Shh, don't tell the other pieces.
Don't tell the other pieces.
Do you ever think that your toys are listening to you?
Oh,
Toy
hey,
Story got me
the
thinking.
The centaur body is a little smaller than the horse body.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some...
There's a treasure chest.
Royal Knights from... Oh, you got... Yeah.
A diamond. A Lego diamond.
This is really cool.
Look at that. I love it. It's a little Lego diamond. Can you 3D print that piece?
Yes.
Do you need it for anything? I don't know.
Do I need anything for this?
Do I need any of my Lego pieces? Not really, but do I want them? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of... well, this is the brick-mounted stud shooter.
Oh, there's a bunch of jewels. Look at that. There's red,
Should be a bunch of
blue,
cool.
yellow. We almost have an infinity gauntlet.
We very well could.
Yellow.
You're not quite on camera.
I'm not on camera. Sorry.
This is a good...
Background. This is where we're aiming for.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of jewels in here. And I was excited.
You should be excited. I wasn't trying to make you not excited. Here's the... I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's the original...
Oh.
Right here in this glare, that's the original Yoda head. That doesn't have print on it.
A whole bunch of lightsabers. And some more various lightsabers. See?
Yeah. Lightsabers, more lightsabers. The new knight helmet. This helmet's really got my attention. Because this is a Lego piece, but I think it's not a Lego piece. Oh, no, that's official. It's just pearlescent. Weird. I don't think I've seen that. Well, no, it still doesn't look right. It looks like it's cast.
There's a broke. Is that a broke spot right there?
Yeah, it looks like this is like a resin cast or something. That's interesting. Like it's not exactly... I'm sure it's compatible, but it's not... That's interesting. There's one of the Black Falcon shields. This is cool.
You need to leave this in the bed of another Lego character.
Yes.
My brain was just on something else with Legos, and I was like, oh.
We need to leave... Not white on white. We need to leave this, which is just the head element for one of these types of horses. We need to leave that in the bed of the Godfather, the Lego Godfather.
Spaceman!
Yeah, that's Buzz.
Buzz Lightyear.
It's Buzz Lightyear, because he's got a Star Command logo, but this is like in the beginning of the movie, he had different flight suits. So this is the early movie flight suit Buzz.
Did that one have a pen? Because the rookies had pens in their flight suits.
Right, they did. I don't think so. I think they came later. And someone talked about this as a possible build. There's one here in the bag. They made a minifig holdable stud shooter. Because they've had stud shooters for a while. This little thing that could pop out the... Come here. You know, the individual little single pip studs.
Yeah, you can turn it into a cupcake. See?
Yes.
The cutest little cupcake. They can't barely see, but it's adorable.
Oh, you can barely see it. They're putting up with a lot.
And a tusk. Again, can't see it over the thing.
So yeah, that is a possibility of something to build. That's cool.
It's on fire. All the Legos on fire.
On fire. Do I want it? No, I don't want to walk over to that.
Oh no, I dropped one.
No, you dropped one.
I dropped one. Oh damn. I found it.
Oh good.
It's a teeny tiny piece.
Of course it is.
You want to see how tiny the piece I dropped was? Is that even a piece? That's just
no, that's not a piece. That's a screw. That's a socket head screw.
Then that's not what I dropped.
That's probably from the 3D printer we were taking apart.
Okay, well then you found that.
Oh good. I'm glad that's where that went.
All right. I'm not opening any more bags.
This is really cool. Thank you very much. This is amazing. Yeah, there's lots of Christmas stuff here. We've got skis and paint brushes and Santa beards and ice skates. There's 3 ice skates, of course, because
Yes. Oh, look at this little Lego chain.
Oh, orange cool.
Translucent. Michael Anderson. Give a couple of adults a few bags of random Legos and see them turn into excited children.
Oh, yeah. And there's the ice cream cone piece. See this little kind of a handle here, and you can put that cupcake piece topper on it. Now it's ice cream. Yeah. This is cool.
Right? This is definitely fun. Yana List says, it's no problem and glad I could offhand these with you.
Yeah.
Offload these with you.
This guy.
Aaron Mellor says, there is no such thing as too much Lego, but there is a thing as not enough cash.
Yes. I have quite the Lego hoard, and very excited to.
Michael Anderson says that looks like a silver version of the standard peasant headwear from the castle system.
It does look like it, but it's cast. It looks like somebody recast this. It's got air bubbles in it. It doesn't have. It doesn't look right. It looks right, but it doesn't look right.
Waynard wants to know, Odin, where did you truly massive box of loose Legos that lived in your living room get moved to?
Well, Waynard, the truly massive box of Legos that used to live in my living room was only part of my Lego problem. For the most part, most of my Legos are still up in the attic because there's no better place to put them. I have a bunch of individual boxes of Legos here. Like all my Lego Dimension collection is here, and a lot of my classic space is here. But my Lego collection, which at some point just became a hoard, grew to the point that I actually came up with a much better system for storing it. The cheapest available container that was convenient that I could get to store my Legos in were these. It's a 35-gallon trash can. I bought 5 of them and started dumping Legos into them. Brand new, so they were clean, but yeah, these worked really well. And I've still got 4 of these in the attic, full of Lego, as well as flip crates and boxes and unopened boxes, and I have a problem.
Remember those glasses you helped me with?
Yeah, those are upstairs next.
You have them?
Gonzo's are up there, yeah.
Oh, okay, Gonzo has them.
Gonzo has them in his office on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, when I went looking for Legos for that,
yeah,
I originally priced it out at the Lego store and said, screw that.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then I went to my friend's house, who they buy Lego from thrift stores and garage sales.
Yep.
And their garage looks like what you're explaining.
Yep.
And I was digging through a
Purple
Christmas tree bin full of
Oh,
Legos.
yeah, okay.
Just finding the
Yeah. The shallow, wide, long bins are great for Lego because it's easy to dig. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The trash cans are not. I ended up taking a folding, the old folding tables had wooden tops. I screwed pieces of wood around the side, and it was about 6 inches deep,
so
and made a big dump table. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But I'm like, I could have, no. I got free Legos. It was nice. It was done. And then Odin helped me make it so that the nose didn't hurt.
Yeah, we ended up,
Putting
because
foam there.
I ground the backside. They were super glued together, so they're never going to come apart because it was for a shoot. And then, yeah, we ground the back a little bit to make it more ergonomic, and then put a piece of foam on it.
I thought it was funny when the, not wardrobe, but the stylist was like, look it, we put a piece of thing so it didn't hurt their nose. And I'm like, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was a lot of grinding. But I like Lego clothing. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I met a cosplayer at WonderCon who was cosplaying as Emmett, and the safety vest was made from Lego. So he was wearing Lego as his cosplay. Yeah. It was all the Technic pieces that have a little more flexibility and such.
Okay.
But they were all official connectors and official connections. They weren't, he didn't like fake it. But it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, random project. Odin! I'm making these glasses out of Legos that need to have windows for... Anyways.
Yes. And Lego works really, really well for mold boxes. So you got a small object you want to cast a silicone mold out of. You build up your Legos, mash them pretty good so you know you get good seal around it, and it makes a good mold box to pour the silicone into. And unlike, say, wood or foam core, where you have to cut it to be the full size of the box you want to begin with because you're going to add to it with Lego. You know the next pieces are going to line up, so you only have to build up enough to get the first half of the mold. You can actually get to everything, and then you add a second layer for the second half of the mold and pour again. And so, yeah.
And because of the Lego's plastic properties, it doesn't destroy your Legos at the end of it?
No, not at all. Silicone doesn't bother them at all. I could probably find a mold. Is it around over here? It's still got Lego pattern on the outside of it.
Wow. Gee, Walker Industries says, Jesus, that's a ton of Lego.
It is a lot of Lego. No, I'm not seeing it easily, but you know, I had the old light blue platinum, the one where you had to count the number of hardener you added to the soft marshmallow mix of the old school way of doing it. Anyway, I've got some molds that are still around. They're getting brittle, but they've got Lego brick texture on the outside.
Yanala says, yeah, that's what I do when I'm making a mold because you got registrations to begin with.
Yep.
And then Michael Anderson says, I have used standard Lego bricks for mold making in the past. You can also use them to cut in close to the object to save on silicone.
Yes, you can. And you could probably do it with Duplo. I'm not sure if Duplo is going to give you as good of a seal.
Yeah.
It still leaks. Silicone is such a slippery, thin material. Even though it seems thick, it can seep between the bricks. Mm-hmm. So, but it works.
And Ralph Mork says, that's how I make mold boxes for casting pewter, zinc, and bismuth.
Oh, bismuth.
Bismuth.
Okay.
Works great. I like bismuth because it makes squares.
Yes, the bismuth crystals are very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Wow, as soon as we started talking about Lego, all the viewers noped out.
That is okay.
That is okay.
Right? But thank you, Iana. That was really fun. It was really fun to just geek out on all the Legos.
Very much so. And you're right. You're saying, I hope this inspires you to make more Lego builds. And yeah, there's parts in there that, oh yeah! Because I was still hyper fixated on Classic Space. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I don't need to be.
It was getting you started, and then it's keeping within a theme because you can just branch out into any genre Lego.
Oh yeah.
And since you make all the props for all the genres, it's kind of a bit too much. And when you have the too many choices,
I've got glue on my finger.
It's hard to make a decision. So
it is.
When you narrow it in, it makes sense why you fixate on Lego Space because it's like a category, a set.
Yes.
A set,
pretty much. And that is also a goal. Dan Does Junk and I were talking during the con because Dan's gotten excited about making Legos. And he was actually digging out some of his childhood Legos and remaking sets. He's looking at, can I make a full polybag set out of foam? Can I make an Odin Lego scale Lego set out of foam?
Lego kits, I love it!
Yes, Lego kits. And he's right. I was thinking the same thing. I kept looking at some of the really old Classic Space. What small set can I make that would be interesting to me?
Yeah.
And yeah.
This is from Dan Does Junk. He gave us 100 Lego bucks.
Very cool. Thank you, Dan.
And so yeah, a whole set. I feel like you could do a little. Anyways.
Yeah. Ben even had an interest in maybe trying to do that as a thing for an upcoming con, a larger set, but making them out of a large size because Ben thinks huge.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I already want to build walls and like giant forts out of all your Legos. I'm like, if you have that many Legos, can we make a?
We can make a casket.
I was gonna say castle, but
okay.
Lego castle, but
castle
fort. But maybe. Bury me in all the Legos by the time we're done. Okay. Yes. Sharp Shot FX says at the Children's Museum in Indianapolis, you can see how they make fossil molds, and they have a few molds of teeth that you can pick up and look at and see the brick impressions on. So do they use
Oh.
Lego molds?
Possible.
That's interesting.
I've been told, hey, this is a trick from more than one professional mold maker. So yeah, it is one of those things that a lot of people seem to figure out.
That Lego bricks are meant to not be stuck.
Yeah, the Lego bricks work well for mold making. Yeah.
Before this stream, I never knew that, or would
Okay.
even consider like ruining my Legos like that. You
Right.
know, like,
They do get dirty. They're not. If you're doing silicone, they survive just fine. But they do get dirty.
yeah,
Yeah.
but if you the excess Legos exist,
Right.
we're not gonna pretend they're like a rare element.
There are rare element Legos.
But not all of them.
No, but
Are
not all
rare.
of them are rare. No.
Yes.
Even the rare ones aren't that rare. They're just
No, yeah.
There's still buckets of them made, but yeah.
Buckets of them in the oceans.
Buckets of them in the oceans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But so's all the other
But at
plastic.
least the shipping container full of Legos that sank off the coast of Scotland or England, whichever one it was full of ocean-themed Legos. So the parts that wash up make sense.
So you watched that one video, Tom Scott?
Yeah, I watched the Tom Scott video, but I've known about that for 10 plus years, 20 years. It's been a long time happening. Only recently did they find out where that thing hit itself.
Interesting.
Which I think Tom talked about in the video. And Tom's got a new video today that I'm going to watch later on after the stream because Tom Scott is one of the YouTubers I watch on a regular basis.
We might be fans.
We might be fans. And Colin Furs, too. Super excited that last week he had a new update on his tunnel. Colin Furs is a English, who builds...
The guy from Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah, him!
And What a Girl Wants, the dad. Anyways.
Yeah, that too. Is it?
Yeah, he's the dad from What a Girl Wants. Isn't he?
I think there's someone else. I think Furs, I'm pretty sure, is only on YouTube. He was a plumber that figured out how to make things and started making things on YouTube.
I was thinking
blow
the
stuff
Colin
up.
Firth or Forth.
Yeah, Colin Firth is. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was thinking someone else.
That's okay.
Anyways, what were you saying now that I'm distracted?
That's fine. He's a tinkerer and likes to build stuff, and he's been building a secret tunnel going from his kitchen cupboard into his shed and then back into his bunker. So he's been that was his panorama project, and after 2 years, all the highly detailed technical stairs going up and down, all that's done. And now and he's got his tunnel just past the shed, just past the shop. And so now he's got this 30-meter run that he has to do, whatever it is, to get back to his underground bunker that exists. But that's all directly underneath the garden, so they can come in with an excavator and just dig down, build it, and bury it. Much easier than actually mining it, which is what he did. He did Minecraft in real life, where he went in with hydraulics and dug out from under his house without cracking his foundation.
That's what I would be worth.
Yep.
But they raise houses and move them all the time, so I know it's not impossible, but who got time for that? But when it's the middle of a panorama, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Got time.
Got time. A lot of fun.
Ooh. Iana List says, at Big Bob's Props, I think I saw that show, and yeah, a real life house made out of so much Legos.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see a Lego. Like,
It'd
I
be
would love to.
interesting.
But then I'd also want to go through the wall like a Lego, like Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah, you know?
Right.
I think that's what Legoland is supposed to be in my head.
Yes, you get to be Godzilla and just stomp through the Legos.
Just giant Lego sculptures interacting with
Yeah.
what more like giant houses built out of Legos. Is it like that? I haven't been. I need to go.
I haven't been to Legoland.
Wait, I'm learning to heal. I watch Colin. How did you say his name? Because it looks
Furs.
Because it looks like Fuzz.
It looks like Fuzz. It should be fused with an R, so it's Furs.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's great. It's a fun channel because the guy's a goofball, full of energy.
Oh, Mickey Rat Furs, not Furs. So they caught me. Like I was thinking the guy from Pride and Prejudice, and you're thinking YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah.
He's always wearing his safety tie.
Well, he has a lot of fans in the stream. People like him. Yes.
Oh, he's great.
Nine Joe, Felicia, anything new coming up on your channel? Any new projects?
Yes.
Yes, actually. No, I do not have that dress form video out because I don't know how to edit, and explaining somebody how to craft that knows how to edit is not always the easiest. But I did start doing live streams once a week from now until Halloween where I talk Halloween costumes with all of you guys, and answer questions and go off on random topics. Last week I was talking about all the costumes that I could come up with to do with a black suit, and that one is up, but I edited last night, so it's actually done, so it'll be after the stream I can post it. I put in pictures to go with what I was talking about and cut out a lot of my ums. So that is on my channel, and in that same live stream I show off a plastic dress that I made this week. But yeah, I've been doing some live streams. I'm just trying to get into the motion of creating stuff. And so if you want to check out my channel, it's Behind the Scenes Fashions on YouTube. And yeah, from now until Halloween, I will be doing a weekly live stream, just me, for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Answering any of your guys' questions about costumes and Halloween and anything like that. So.
Watched a few of them. They're good.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know what I'm tempted to do? I wonder how hard it would be to do.
How?
Well, we've got half an hour, and then do you want to, instead of doing hot glue, shall we try with foam clay?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Because they'll have a week to dry before we muck around with it again.
Yes, but we already have the glue welding on the other thing, and so do we want to keep it?
I don't think it would matter.
Because they're not going to be compared.
They're not going to be that closely compared. And if they are, so what? That means they watch the stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for trying new techniques.
Okay.
So, yes, let's get some foam clay. I'm fascinated with this stuff, and I want to use it all the time, but I just haven't had an application for it yet. The Adventure of Alex Stoner. Hey, Odin and Felicia, how are you two? I'm great. Steve D, any new Ryobi goodies this week? No, but there's some coming.
There's some coming. No, I got Ryobi goodies last week, actually. Yeah, they sent me some Ryobi goodies last week. So I've got a new type of soldering iron that I have not plugged in yet and don't want to just yet. It has been explained to me that there's a process for tinning the tip that makes them last longer that I haven't been doing.
Oh.
So maybe because of my ignorance, I ruined previous tips. But the new one they have is, they call it a topper because it sits directly on the battery, but it has temperature control. And the on-off circuit is much longer.
Oh,
like
so they took note?
Yeah, like half an hour.
So it's made for the crafting unis, and I like this angle, and it's one.
Yep.
This is okay.
Yeah, this is a good form factor. I like this.
So I was pulling it out for not the right purposes.
Right.
Because I was welding plastic.
Sure. Well, I still have a couple of others that I'll probably use, like the first one here.
That I think that's the one I was using. Which
I've got a project coming up where I'm going to need to put some pipe thread onto a foam pipe, and I'm thinking about using the soldering in order to do that. And I would probably use this one so I'm not messing up the tip of my now good one.
Yeah.
Good one. It's my new one, so this is my better of the three. This is four. There's another one over there. Yeah. Anyway.
But just using one recently for its completely wrong purpose.
Yes.
This is way more ergonomical, and I'm excited about this setup. I know it's simple, but
sure you don't want a hot cheese ball?
No, Odin, I do not want spicy balls. Not my cup of tea at the moment. But yes. Oh, look it! Sean Karg has a $10 super chat.
Thank you, Sean.
He says, my YouTube backdrop is made from foam core and those pink insulation panels. Somehow I was able to spray paint it. That should not have worked, but it did. Krylon Fusion is amazing paint.
Okay.
It didn't dissolve on you?
Yeah, that is amazing, actually.
Nah, I can see it if you get it in layers.
There you go.
That's
Okay,
exciting.
that's cool.
Daniel Knight says, greetings!
Hello, Daniel Knight.
Oh, Yana Liz says, FOMO, those cheese puffs are really good. Well, you can have them.
FOMO.
Yes.
So yeah, this is the Cosplay Apprentice branded foam clay. I don't think there's a huge difference in the foam clays that I can, as a user, that I can tell outside of dye. The FOMO seems to work as well as the SKS props. So this is actually older, and you can see some of the...
You can see some of the stuff is settled
has
to the
settled.
bottom.
Yeah.
So you have to knead it.
Yeah, because this is a couple of years old. This is pre-pandemic.
You need to knead it.
Need to knead it, maybe. Do you want to knead it? I'm just going to
I'll
pull it off the
smoosh it.
top and assume it's going to work fine.
Well, I was gonna, that's probably going to be better because we're not using a whole bunch. We're just using enough for a weld. So yeah, I would only take it off the top.
So what my plan is to take a little bit, roll it into a thin snake, or something close to you. Did it just?
I popped the bag somewhere, but
No!
I don't know where the pop is. I think it might be on the seal though.
Okay.
Right here. No.
Just made the seal open up.
Yeah.
So my plan is to make a thin little snake, and then take like the blunt end of a pencil or the end of a paintbrush or something. So then lay it around the PVC pipe, and then push on it in order to get that welded beaded, right? And the other thing we want to do with the clay that has always worked for me in the past to get it to stick better to things is get the thing wet first. So
That makes a lot of sense.
Just a little bit of water where you want the clay to go, and then you can mash it on there, and it kind of squeezes the water out, and it kind of dries, and it actually sticks really well. And yeah, there's water right there.
That makes a lot of sense. When we use Gorilla Glue to fix shoes,
Yep.
water makes it work so much better.
Yes, because water makes...
This is squishier than the top stuff, just so you know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's a difference in the texture.
Oh, a huge difference in texture.
Right?
It's probably fluid.
Because it's all settled to the bottom and the lighter stuff raises to the top.
Yeah, and it was probably drying out, because like I said,
Yeah,
this...
2 years
this
old.
is, yeah, 2 or 3 years
Just when
old.
you put it back in the box, put it this way.
Okay, I can do it.
So that it melts to the bottom. Anyway, so it separates the other. So 2 years from now, when we use it again,
There we go.
it'll be mixed the right way.
Steve at SKS Props is working on a video right now. He took a carvable pumpkin and is using his clay to make a mimic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
a D&D mimic. It looks freaking amazing. I've put myself on such a schedule trying to put videos every week that I've stopped using clay because I don't feel like I got the time for it to dry.
Let it dry, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
But, you know, if I go back to working every other week, which is a possibility actually, maybe I'll use more foam clay.
Interesting. Let's see. Maddie B. Klaus says, "Good morning from Adelaide. First live stream in ages. Welcome."
Hello, Maddie.
Okay. Goose. That makes a lot of sense as she aggressively looks at the camera.
Which part?
Dan Does Junk says, "So, you're trying to simulate welding beads, eh?"
Yes, Dan. Yes, we are.
And
Dan undoubtedly has a...
making my welds is easy, just clump it because I suck at welding. Okay, Mickey Rat is responding to Sean Karg, and this is what I was kind of thinking
okay.
too. It worked because foam core is surfaced with paper maybe. Also, if
Yes.
you had a light enough touch with the rattle can, you can lightly coat Strayo so it doesn't dissolve. So if you put a
Sorry,
light
okay.
coat and then that one doesn't dissolve, then you're building upon the coat, so then you have like a little bit of protection from the more eating, dissolving.
Yes.
Okay, which camera? Camera 2?
Camera 4.
4, cut. Smoosh and smoosh.
Smoosh and smoosh. And hope and
And we're
smoosh. And
watching.
I'm already running into problems because I didn't get my tool wet.
Smoosh and smoosh.
Smoosh
Don't
and
worry, we're
smoosh.
just all watching live.
Right. Well, this is an
Judging
idea, and I'm already starting to think,
Maybe not.
maybe not. Because it's not,
Now it's dissolving because it's too much water.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're doing it live, so we're making all the mistakes, so you don't have to. Somebody's saying use a popsicle stick, so I'm handing you a coffee
okay.
stirrer. Just because.
Well, is that the one with the square edge coffee stirrer, or is that a rounded coffee
I
stirrer?
realized there were different ones. There's a rounded one.
Okay, thank you. That's why I didn't grab the coffee stirrers, is because it was,
Yes. Stayplation 5 says glue bead simulates welding beads as well. Yes, that's what we
Yes.
did on the other part, and that's how the instructions say to do it.
Yep.
But we're trying something new because we like to torture ourselves, apparently.
Apparently, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, hot glue works really well because it does end up looking right. But reading the instructions and having done it before, I'm sure he's right. The issue is the temperature of the glue. You want it to be lower. In the instructions, Chris says you want it to have it where it's hard to pull the trigger in order to get the glue to come out. So now you're doing this dance between heating the glue up so it flows, letting it cool down so you can work.
Okay, so low temperature glue guns are probably a little bit better on that, but it really doesn't lower it enough that you're getting that consistency. What I like to do is use the cordless one, get it hot, and then unplug it for a second and let it sit.
Yeah.
And then once it's sat, it gets to that consistency, and then I'll get going, put it back on the thing for a few seconds, and keep it at that heat. But that's me regulating the heat of the glue gun.
Yep.
For control reasons, and I find myself doing that a lot while I'm crafting, just turning off the battery even if it's sitting in the thing, because I don't want it to melt my hand scalding hot sometimes, because I really want to put my finger in the hot glue before it's dry.
Yeah, that's so much fun. I do it all the time too.
I know you're not supposed to, but it doesn't keep me. It's for fashion.
Yeah, leading
fashion.
for fashion.
Yeah, that's how you know it looks good. No.
Because you wash the blood
The
out
sweat
of
and
it.
blood going into it. Safety first, people. Don't burn yourself.
Yeah,
but honestly, control, if you need to, like, this one, I don't like that it isn't dual temperature. Like, it's not
That is,
hot
yeah.
and cold and low temp. High heat and low temperature. But I feel like I don't... If I wanted to lower temperature, I just leave it off of the thing for a minute till it cools. And then, of course, every time it cools too much, so I have to heat it back up. But...
Yep.
But I enjoy not having a cord. And it being small and working every time. Where if you have a direct cord, it is just whatever hot it is. Unless you unplug it.
Well, there are dual temp for the corded one as well. But
Yeah. No, I know. But even still, the lower temperature doesn't necessarily make it low enough.
Right, no.
To the consistency of what he's talking about. That consistency is specifically, I left my thing off of the
Yep.
too long, but it isn't cooled off yet.
Makes you wonder if there's a market for dial-a-temperature glue guns.
No, because you ruin your extruders.
Oh, okay.
Because you really do need a hot glue gun, but you can
That
get
makes
away with
sense.
lower and higher temperatures. But I feel like the extruder you switch on or off of could really affect it, because you can have more hot glue coming out or less hot glue coming out. Because I know they had the oval one, the circle one, and then the extended one. The extended one, that one is harder to push the hot glue through because it's going through a longer extruder and it's cooling off by the time it gets out at the tip from experience.
Yep.
So
Which
that
is
one may work.
Actually, what Chris is using in his video, he's got one that's got a bit of a snoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if we put on, I don't know what happened to all the tips. Or
They're,
for the hot glue
yeah,
guns.
they're around.
Yeah.
Remember I had help?
Well, I don't even know where mine are.
Oh, fair
Because
enough.
there's not like a convenient.
No,
this is
there
where
isn't.
they are attached to the tool spot, if that makes sense.
Correct. There isn't a dock on the tool to keep the extra parts connected. They
So
just
they're in a
float
box
around
somewhere.
the shop. Yeah.
Not being used. I just have my favorite tip on, but I'm just saying if you really wanted to control it, you can use the extruder point versus a dial temperature, and then also leaving it off the heating element for longer than you ought to. But that's, yeah. Okay, let's see. There's a lot. These all moved so much,
They do that.
right? That's okay. Ethan Gaming USA eats popsicles, so there's that.
Oh, there's that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That means they probably got a few sticks lying around.
Andrew Smith wants to know, will Friday Among Us live streams come back?
They may not, because Joe, who's been the host,
Got a grown-up job and is doing very well for themselves in their professional career and isn't playing video games with us anymore. Is that a nice way to put it?
Sure.
Totally talked over you, I'm sorry.
No, pretty much nailed it. Joe got himself worked hard and earned himself a really good position with real estate, actually, and
Grown-up job, yeah.
grown-up job. And Fridays are important for the group he's working with. So
wrapping up the end of the week makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So the chances of the live streams coming back are pretty slim. I know the last couple of weeks, or at least last week, a lot of the people in Discord got together and just played on their own anyway. I need to jump on one of those sessions just to play and have fun, which is where the whole thing started. They weren't being live streamed to begin with.
It was just a fun...
It was just a fun thing to be able to do when you can. And I need to go on and play. So, truthfully, no, probably they won't come back. So I'm very sorry about that.
Alan Adams. Wait, you can change the hot glue gun tips? What is this nonsense you speak of? Yes, you can. So, they come with a little wrench that's the right size, because it's not easy to twist them off. Like, I'm just ruining this and ripping off the thing, but yes, you can.
Well, that one you can't necessarily trade
yes,
out.
you can.
That one you can pull off as well? Okay.
I did, because I have it.
Because there were 3 different ones they made, and one of them it was very easy to pull the tip off of, because it was designed to do that. And the other ones...
Where is it?
I'm not sure on. It may be in the pack-out case for Sack Anime still. I don't know if I've actually unpacked it.
Okay, that would make sense why it's there, and I have your other large size one. Anyways, yes, you can replace this extruder tips. The one that is not the small glue gun, but the one that has the battery attached to the glue gun that doesn't get removed from the power source. That one has the extruder tips that are interchangeable. It has a extended extruder tip, it has the normal extruder tip, and then it also has an oval extruder tip that gives you a kind of a wider, flatter bead, which is great for different purposes. And I think it really works on the one with the attached heat, because that one I feel like I'm doing more bigger hot gluing jobs.
So there's actually 3 Ryobi hot guns.
3?
There's 3. There's one that's just on-off,
the large
heavy
one.
duty. There's another one the same size that has multiple temps with the changeable tips.
Okay, yes, that's the one, the fancy one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
No, I didn't even realize the other version of it. Like, I wouldn't even look at that one.
And there's the little noisy cricket one that you and I love.
Yes. Yeah, no, I am totally like the glue guns, because I'm a little picky when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Good.
Oh. Wow. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Oh, and that. Alrighty. Well, I got mail from my hospital, so I won't be opening that. And then I don't know what everything else is. Hopefully that wasn't breakable.
Bryce knew that is genius. If you have an old credit card or something of similar stiffness, drill a 3/8" hole and cut the sides so you basically have a half circle, and press into your clay, and presto, well beads. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great technique.
Not everything is ordered was necessarily something we want to show on stream. Yeah, this is just some health stuff. Dietary supplements and yeah. And oh, an umbrella. Okay. Eh. Oh. Fragile glass bottle, the one I dropped. Oh, okay. Dietary supplements. Hey, exciting dietary supplements and an umbrella.
Let's get healthy. Okay. Let's see. Alan Adams. I'm looking mine over now. How did I not notice this? LOL. If yours didn't necessarily come with the tips, you might not have that one. Because you'll be like, what are these and why is this little wrench here?
It's really buried. It's really hard to get to.
I have no... Oh, yeah, your stuff is buried. Can't pull it out right now.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate. I mean, I can, but...
We're live. We only have 15 minutes left of the stream, and we just started geeking out about stupid hot glue guns. Yeah, I get it.
It's okay.
I like hot glue guns. Not bad.
Passable?
Looks like chewed up bubble gum.
Yeah, on one side it looks like chewed up bubble gum. It started working down here.
Yeah, right there looks really impressive.
Right down to the bottom it started working, so hopefully the other one will work better.
Well, figure out what you're doing, then make...
Start all over again.
That's okay.
By the way, Odin, this is why Steve at SKS Props builds a prototype first and then builds a real one for camera.
That's okay. We're working on yours first and then we're doing mine.
Oh, that's
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know which one's which and how, like, they're all just...
I'm not totally keeping track either.
Water on the table. Yeah, that's why you have a mat.
That's why I have a mat. It's just water. I can ignore it and it'll go away. It'll magically just go away. It'll evaporate like all of my hopes and dreams in my youth. It'll just suddenly be gone.
Danda's Junk wanted to know, can you use a laser cutter? Can you laser cut a weld bead from using various engraving bead depths? Yes, but ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway, sorry.
Basically, what she said's right. Yeah, you could, but...
I'm sure Ben Eady could.
I'm sure Ben Eady could, yeah.
I believe in all of his skills. Watch his videos, maybe translate it.
Yes, translate it for the Canadian to...
But sure, it's possible, but I feel like at this point, welding for reals might be easier.
Right? No, the issue is with any of the gradient things, I sort of tried to talk about it earlier, is just, it takes longer, right? Because so I just wouldn't.
I'm going to camera 4 so that they can see, because somebody's saying, show us! It's smooshing and smooshing, it smooshes, and then you smoosh it, and then you smoosh it, and...
You know, literally, this is very much just smooshing over and over and over again. There is a bit of a grainy that we can see, but if I remember right,
there you go.
if I remember right, when it dries, a lot of that disappears. It's very interesting.
We'll have to see the before and after. Danda's Junk says, that looks better than my actual welds.
Wait, Dan, you can weld?
I can stick it together, that's for sure. No.
No, it's funny. It's one of those things, you know, I wanted to be a stubborn little kid and wasn't going to do what my dad did. I'm going to do my own thing. And so I highly regret never letting him teach me how to weld, how to work with metal, and all the stuff that Dad really wanted to do. And I've got a lot of regret now that I didn't do that then.
I agree. I could still learn to weld.
I
still want to.
I still could still learn to weld too. And it's probably worthwhile just taking a basic welding class at community college.
My little sister knows how to weld.
There you go.
So does my little brother here, and so does my dad. Why don't I? I just haven't had a project that I needed to know how to do it yet.
Pretty much, that's what comes down for me too, is because I didn't know how to do it, I ended up doing things that didn't require it. Working around it.
Yeah.
And at this point, my style is foam and not welding.
Yeah. The last thing I needed welded was such a small thing that I just asked my little brother to do it for me.
Okay.
So I didn't need to learn it. I just
Right.
was like, oh, I have resource and it's now handled.
And to be honest, I believe Shop Gremlin knows how to weld, so I'll ask them to do it.
Exactly, but I need to... This is how I learn, is by picking random projects that I only know this much how to do.
Yeah.
And then figuring out the rest from there. Making a lot of mistakes. Biggie Rat says, same here. I wish I had learned more carpentry skills from my dad or sewing design skills from my mom. Right? But you don't want to learn.
Yeah, you don't.
No. They'll tell you so much stuff and they feed you so much of your inner thoughts that you're just like, I need my own brain space sometimes. So it makes sense why you're like, all right, I don't want to learn that from you as much as you really do want to learn it from. Yeah, it makes sense. Yes. Okay, we are going to probably make this done. Finish this before the end of the stream, and then it can dry by next week. Oh, look at that. It fits.
No, that's good. It was supposed to.
I didn't make these pieces. I was like, what are these? I don't know. They weren't here last time.
They were
not. Remind me of little blocks that you get in your little wooden box sets.
Yeah, pretty much.
With the circle off-centered.
Pretty much. They're the instrument bar, and I believe they go down here.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm learning to heal, says Shop Gremlin and Chloe still around? Question mark?
They're both still around. Shop Gremlin hasn't been in the shop working with me recently. but still around. And yeah, Chloe actually saw at LodiCon yesterday. So yeah, Chloe is still in California. Chloe moved out to California from back east. Is still here. Is looking at moving into a new place and getting employment. So chances are won't be in the shop for in-shop moderation again. I don't think that's going to happen. But still here, still going strong. And then Shop Gremlin will pop up again, but it's been con season and weird stuff for a while, and so it just hasn't really been... If you haven't noticed, there haven't been weekly videos because weekly building hasn't been happening. So, you know, you haven't seen Shop Gremlin because there hasn't been videos. True.
Life, you know.
Life.
Can't you just edit this real quick?
Yeah, we can. Or you can go watch Chris's version, which is the same thing. Mm-hmm. Well, this, anyway. Chris's life is not my life. They're a bit different.
Sean
Chris's
Carter
life is not your life.
Says, I've done spot welds with a soldering iron. Nothing heavy duty, just wire armatures.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that'll work.
So let's put those on camera so we can show what they look like. Camera
Sure,
4?
let me pop over to camera 2.
Okay,
If you want. Zoom
them.
in and find them.
There you go.
Yeah, but they're not staying.
I know, I'm going to put to camera 4 though.
Okay, you can.
Because you can kind of see-ish what's going on, you know.
There you go.
Camera 2 is much better. There you go.
So it's just smooshed clay. But,
Foam welding. It's a new technique created by Odin himself live while y'all were watching.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, there you go. Take it or leave it. Remember, there's going to be lots of different ways you can create an artificial weld, but today, this is how Odin welds.
Mickey Rat says, nice stack of dimes.
That's what you're looking for.
So.
Many a time I've looked at truss and other large aluminum structures at the pattern made by the welding, and yeah, that's a stack of dimes is a great way of describing it. That's the idea.
And for the hot glue welds, we did that on this piece right here on the edges. It's not really pronounced because it's still clear, not painted.
Right, and honestly, this works, but it kind of looks more like melted wax.
It's out of focus right there, camera 2.
Well, here, we got to move these because this is the only spot where...
It is focused?
Yeah, it's going to be right here.
All right. Well, if you can see that little lumpy edges.
Little lumpy edges. Little lumpy edges.
It's texture, okay, people?
Yeah, it's texture. Quit judging me, man.
Not quick.
This is
people dimes.
This is the internet. People are like tolerant and patient and polite and... No.
All right, we have 5 minutes before we got to go.
5 minutes.
Is there anything else that we need to...
You know, I've got 5-minute epoxy that's already pretty well kicked off. We've got the water-based foam clay that's actually going to take a few hours before it's really safe to touch. In all honesty, especially with the warmer temperatures we got right now, it's only going to take a couple hours before you could probably paint this. But I'm going to ignore this for a lot longer than that. So we can mark off everything that had to do with squeezing the glue gun, because that's what this step was. Okay. As long as...
Yeah, that's this and then all that.
And all that, yeah. Now, it's a painter on the toggle switch holes in the faceplate of the gun box, so you don't have to worry about actually getting them on later.
Yeah, because this is going to be the meter, so you have to get all these things.
Right. There's actually frames that go over these holes for the meters.
That's why it's saying paint the insides of 77 black, and I was thinking at the red. I'm like, Dad, now it... But that makes a lot of sense. So next week, we're probably going to do all the toggles and switches, huh?
We can. And I'm half tempted to, instead of... We can do the paper like he says, but I could probably take... Well, I can't quite grab it. I got a little bit of some black, solid black illustration board back here. It's really thin. It's black paper with black pulp, so when you cut it, it's still black.
Okay.
I can laser cut the the gradients, and we can actually put film gel behind it.
You lasered like Beavis.
Laser.
Fire.
Fire.
Laser. Sorry. What was I watching last time?
Laser.
Fire.
Fire!
Okay, well.
I was a huge Beavis and Butthead, still pretty much am, huge Beavis and
Have you
Butthead
watched the
fan
new
back
stuff?
in the 90s. I have not watched the new stuff, but I'm excited to hear that supposedly the old stuff is coming back with the music videos intact.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
the new stuff. I've been
Okay.
watching it as it's been coming out.
Oh, cool.
And it's more than just music videos, and I love it.
Oh, good. Really?
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
It's really good.
One of the things I did, one of the biggest projects I did on the New Tech video toaster, this is early 90s, I had a friend who had a lot of the Beavis and Butthead episodes VHS recorded off of MTV. So we'd put them in, and I would edit for audio. So I'd edit just the music videos, and then maybe a couple of things that they would say that was real short. So then you put it on a cassette tape, and you have just this Beavis and Butthead commentary over the radio. And yeah, that was a lot of fun to listen to in the car. And I missed the fact that all the home DVD releases never got the rights for the music videos. It's expensive. So that was all missing. It was just the stories, which is good. The stories are fun, but the music videos were, I mean, Beavis and Butthead.
That was the point of them.
Yeah. Part of Rob Zombie's fame, getting a White Zombie and everything else, was because of Beavis and Butthead, you know? Yeah.
But
Because he noticed it during his first tour. There was this point in time when all of a sudden venues were selling out and people were doing this Beavis chant. And Rob's like, what the hell's going on?
we need toggles and switches next week, and I know he makes molds to make the switches and
Okay.
blue caps.
I
and
have some.
maybe we could do a Lego mold.
We can do a Lego mold. I just buy more. I just buy real switches so we can actually make things toggle and work.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm down for real switches.
Because
And
Shop Gremlin's already like kind of, sort of, I'm sort of volunteering them too. Volunteered to help like solder and put some of this crap together to some extent. So
was my soldering that bad?
mine is.
You're the one who taught me, so okay. Maybe
There
we
you
should
go.
have Shop Gremlin as a special, not guest, but an expert.
As an expert. Well, it's going to be fun if we can get Shop Gremlin to appear during the live stream, which is a possibility. It'll be interesting because it'll be a lot like, you know, the Stig from Top Gear appearing, because they'll be completely anonymous and silent.
Well, it was
because
just
not interested in being on camera, and it's like, well, I'm not going to force you.
yes. All right, it is time to go. Is there anything else before we leave? Because we
So
are.
here's your quick warning. Any more comments really quick before we go? I think we got some progress here.
Yeah, we're ready for next week. This all has to dry. There's no.
Yeah.
Well, has to dry. Let's add some more water.
Well,
no, I get what
basically.
you're doing. You're making it here better.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, but I'm just
'Cause-
laughing. Let's make it dry more.
Right. Because over here you can see, you can't see at home. There's no point in trying to zoom in. But I've got a really good, it's like the caulking in your bathtub where you've got the good bead on the side that's really connecting the tub to the wall. And up here, I don't have that. So I poured some water down because that'll help dissolve a little bit and give a good bond there in the corner. That's all I'm trying to do.
Makes sense. Mickey Rat, when is Felicia's next live stream again? I haven't decided yet.
Later this week.
Later this week.
Is it be Wednesday or Thursday? Obviously, that's what he's asking. Here I am trying to nail you down.
to a time. I know, because last week I was going to do it Thursday, but made a plastic dress instead and did it Friday.
Here's your chance to tell the whole audience exactly when they can see you again talking about costumes and ask you questions.
Let's go for Wednesday at noon.
Wednesday at noon this week. So Wednesday, October 5th at noon, California time. It is the 5th, right? Today's the 3rd. You can catch Felicia over on her channel,
Behind the Scenes Fashions.
Behind the Scenes Fashions, and ask her questions live about Halloween costume ideas and exactly how many different costumes you can make using a trash bag.
Now that's a lot. Because you have like black and you have clear and then...
Okay, yeah. You want to jump to colors? Yeah, you start being able to do anything.
Well, I just made a 1700s dress out of bags that we...
Right.
Yeah, so...
Right.
You can really sew through plastic very easily.
Yes, you made that was a yeah.
Universal needle, not a ballpoint needle, not a sharp needle, not a leather needle. Leather needle's going to give you sharp triangles. Sharp needles are going to give you perforated holes. Universal needle's your friend for sewing plastic. Just FYI, if you ever needed to know that.
Awesome. Any quick last minute comments you can see over there? Boink.
Okay. Well, it's just random. Okay. Ionolith says try tinfoil and duct tape method, then transfer it onto paper. But I don't. Oh, they're talking about something. So.
Okay.
Nothing that I can keep.
I'm glad they're talking amongst themselves. So upcoming to the rest of the year, I've got more videos planned. I'm gonna have more build videos coming out. We're gonna keep doing the live streams. Might have to move the day. Nothing official yet, but don't be surprised if all of a sudden the live stream day moves again.
And it would be moving to Sunday, back to Sunday.
Back to Sundays again.
Yeah, so it'll be Sundays live streams instead of Mondays again, but that's what we were last year.
That's what, yeah.
So
that could happen very suddenly on all you guys. Sorry about that. But, I really appreciate all the time you spent. I love getting a chance to talk to you guys, to brainstorm. And there's going to be lots of different ways. You can do a live stream with a perfectly capable and wonderful co-host. But this is how Odin live streams.
Yeah, without the capable co-host.
Oh, totally. This is great. You know we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you going, hey, we should go ahead and do that live stream thing.
Right?
Yeah, and now you're doing it on your own.
We'll see. Till Halloween.
That's great. You got a goal, do it till then. But I hope you enjoy it and pop on from time to time afterwards.
We'll see how well it goes. I'll let you end this stream though. Here,
end the stream. I will click the button because it is my button to click.
I don't know which button.
Yeah, whatever.
Use a different operating system.
Dan Does Junk says Sunday is a perfect for doing the one chip challenge. One chip challenge will happen on a Sunday, so that'll happen. Ralph Morrick, see you next time. Dark Knight, goodbye. Goodbye, Odin and Felicia. Have a nice day today from Austin Lips. And Alan Adams says, sweet, Sunday is a ton better for me. Awesome, guys. Thank you all for being here. And once again, for the 8th time, we got to go. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wow, $30 in Super Chat? Fuck.